Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. Before anything else, I'd love to get a recap from one of my players for a point of inspiration as to what happened last session.
Am I pointing to the right person?
You're pointing to the void.
Okay, where is she? Is she over here?
There it is.
Hello, I volunteer.
Yeah, I volunteer, Emily. It's tribute.
Okay, Emily, as usual, you are set up for sacrifice. Do you know what happened last time?
I do indeed. I took many notes.
No one's here?
Would you, however, since we have a new player, would it be useful to sort of summarize the first arc of the campaign also for Meg?
If you've got it memorized or ready to rock, go for it.
I mean, I have like all of my other notes here, and I've been note taker for most of this time. So,
and she's the party's chronologist, so
I am
it
also
only
technically-
makes sense.
I do think in character. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I see. I'm technically a chronologist. Yes.
If you feel comfortable recapping a bit of the first arc, go ahead and do so. Don't go too into detail though, because we don't.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. So basically, the first arc of the campaign, as I have it here, is our little group of mercenaries has been working together. This was it seems like this was our first like mission as this group.
It was.
And we're all Mariguard mercenaries, so we've all been trained in some capacity, and we were dispatched to a small town called Kore. Please do not ask me to accurately position it in the world because I cannot.
It's in Aurelia.
It is in Aurelia, and that's like the extent of my knowledge. We were tasked by the mayor to kind of like deal with some people that were disappearing. It kind of started at night, and then it was like once a week, and then it was twice a week, and it doesn't usually happen during the daytime, but like everyone is very on edge. And there were maybe devils involved. So our first session, we had been given some locations to kind of explore. We explored one of those locations, and we found a bunch of, what are they called? Little imps?
Closets.
Closets. We found a bunch of little closets. They didn't get the jump on us, so we made pretty short work of them. But we kind of figured, like, okay, these creatures have been summoned from somewhere. We got some information about how, like, these are creatures that are like summoned from the hells. And so we spent the next couple of sessions asking around town. We had some excellent like speak with animals. Scythe, our barbarian, did some fabulous like speak with animals stuff to get us some leads, and also Doll, our second session, Doll, our rogue, totally like nat 20 clocked this like one shifty person at the bar. That shifty person ended up kind of like basically like led us into a trap with some more like big bads that we fought, and that person ended up kind of being the big bad of the arc. It seemed like he had escaped some great tragedy with some orcs. He was like the sole survivor of a tragedy, and seemed to have like bound himself, as far as we could tell, he had maybe like bound himself to some great power in the hells for power. And like we had a really excellent epic battle at the end of the arc where we kind of like fought this guy. We also had this cool chase sequence where like we found this guy and he actually ended up killing the mayor like before we could kill him in our final battle. But we killed him, we got his head, and then that night during watches we kind of sort of accidentally saw the beginning of some communications between some like warring factions. It seemed like...
Emily.
Yeah.
Before you get into that, it's just one thing I have no idea if it's ever important or not, but that the big bad from the first adventure, he was trying to transform into something and he failed miserably because it got interrupted.
Yeah, he was trying to do this ritual to transform into something. I don't think we quite learned IC exactly what
we did, I think. But
it
was like part beast,
part
dragon, part...
I mean, we went and asked Tabernac and he was like,
we asked Tabernac, and he was like, he was like, here it is some sort of transformation ritual that is connected to the hells, and he was not super specific about what it was. Maybe if we had thought to cast prestidigitation on the head and kept it. I don't know.
You cannot clean up a rotting head that has been in transit for 2 weeks. There's no amount of Mr. Clean that's
Okay.
gonna fix that shit.
But
Maybe
there
if you had a
were
bag of
some,
holding.
the bag of
Maybe.
holding. Yeah, there were some draconic runes,
Or
like
gentle
spellcasting
repose.
runes to
Mhm.
sort of draconic spellcasting runes. It was some sort of summoning ritual. So we found. So we found this. Gosh, I know I have this written down somewhere. Does anyone remember the name the name of the guy that we saw in the sky that was like a general?
Jaren Turo.
Jaren Turo. I knew it was with a T. So we saw this like skywriting in the sky of Jaren Turo, and we basically kind of accidentally intercepted this like military exercise from KO? Question mark.
Yes.
KO. Yes.
Yes.
Elf
Um,
planet.
So like elf country. So that was interesting. They tried to hire us off the books, and we were like, "LOL, no, we don't want to get kicked out of the Mariguard." But like, so we have this kind of sensitive military information. That in this last session, we did return to Farum and to the Mariguard. We got accosted by a Goliath highwayman on the way that hilariously tried to rob Scythe to truly disastrous results. But instead of like taking his wallet or anything, which is what Spring wanted to do, Sylvie instead gave him a pearl and was like, "You are a lost soul, and you should pray to Iridia,"
You should
which is
join
her
my cult.
goddess. Yeah, she like basically tried to sell him on like she essentially, at least in Spring's perspective, she essentially rewarded him for his bad behavior and was like, "You are going to transform your life now." And there was much bickering, and it was hilarious. We got back to Farum on the day, which is where the Meriguard Academy is, on
I'm
this
sorry to
festival.
interrupt again. One detail about when we were dealing with Jaren Turo, he's like the commander of the Second Corps, and that we, in order for our silence, we had gotten a favor from him, or he owes us a favor now.
Does he owe us a favor?
We can
I
say
don't-
so.
I think
I
he
guess
owes
so.
you a favor.
Me?
No, him.
No.
Oh,
Griffith.
him.
It's
Oh,
the way that the
Griffiths.
DM is being really quiet about this. I'm starting to get the impression you're right and I'm wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
don't know. It's been a minute
didn't have
since I
that written
re-listened.
down, and I didn't
I
remember that.
will remind you, he asked you to keep their appearance hush from any Aurelian forces, and in
Yeah.
return you were granted a favor.
Okay, good to know. We are. Did you remember? We are owed a favor. I thought that the favor was they weren't going to attack us, but I misinterpreted. So we get back to the Mariguard. It is the festival of the Day of Masks, which I think is maybe associated with Masquerade. I can't remember. Yes, Masquerade. Yeah, that's what I wrote
Right.
down. The goddess Masquerade. So everybody has masks on. We went back to the Mariguard, and we showed Typhon is the name of this dude that was the villain in the first arc. So we showed Tabernac, the dragon wizard instructor, Typhon's head, which was deeply gross, and he was like, "Please get that out of here." But he confirmed that it was a corrupted skull of an Abashi instead of
Abishai.
Abishai. Sorry, I didn't spell it right then. Of like an Abishai, so like a person that made a deal with the devil, got deceived for his soul, and is probably now in the hells. We got rid of that. In Triss's classroom, the ranger classroom, Spring bopped up to the artificer's classroom to make herself a little mask with gears on it. And let's see. And then we just spent a whole bunch of time playing party games. So like Scythe has already won 2 competitions. She won the arm wrestling competition, and also the drinking contest, which is great. Let's see. Griffix competed really well. Had a really awesome play in the magic competition, which was really rad. He has this mask that makes him look like a wolf and is like minor illusioning a rabbit all around, and like used that in the magic competition. It was wild. It was really fun. And he definitely would have won the competition, but he like actually instead helped one of the Mariguard wizarding students, win instead, which was really sweet. And her name is Callie, and now she's following us around.
Hey, you
I
never
think
know.
we might be following her around.
I think Sylvie might be following her around.
I might be
Yeah,
following her
yes,
around.
probably, yeah. Sylvie is trying very hard to flirt with her, and Callie
I'm trying and failing.
Callie is not getting it. Spring tried to like message her and like wingman her a little bit at the end of last session, and was like, "You know that Sylvie really likes you, right?" And she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh, I like her too.
Yeah, exactly. The big thing in the session, other than games and drinking, etc., was that we ran into this like really cool mysterious fortune teller, and all got like bespoke fortunes told from these like whispering masks. And if you want, I can recap because I wrote them all down. Spring picked like a fractal pattern mask, and her fortune was that the rope with which you climb can also hang you if you're not careful. Doll's was beneath the ant buried in soil, the treasure of your take will be found in the coil, which is interesting. Sylvie picked like a mirrored mask, and she was told, believe the unbelievable and see what comes of that belief. Griffix got the fortune, as the weight of your guilt washes away, you'll see it as a feather and watch it sway on the waves. And Scythe had a really, like, instead of like hearing anything, she didn't get like a verbal fortune, but she had a vision of she picked a mask that was really like foresty, and she had a vision of this like knight with a lance and armor that had like gray armor that had veins on it, and this rider like barely got to her and kind of like poked his lance in her sternum, and she had like summoned some kind of nature spell. It seemed like she had lifted her hand to summon some kind of spell and had like tangled him up so he couldn't get to her. But he like poked the lance in her, and that's like the end of her vision. And then she's our barbarian, so she went into a rage about it. It was like a hard time for her. She smashed a couple of things. It was fine. And then the fortune teller vanished in like a puff of smoke. That was pretty cool. And then she and Doll had this really lovely scene where Scythe has a sweet tooth and has really wanted this like delicious thing that Echo made up called a trolley cake that I'm so mad isn't a real thing, which is like a fried donut thing that Scythe had wanted like this whole festival and then wasn't in the mood
Funnel
for
cake.
it. So Dog, it's like a better funnel cake that is also a donut. And so Doll got her one and basically like had a nice little talk with her that like didn't require her to sort of like do a whole lot emotionally. And Scythe kind of opened up to him about how she had died one time and like didn't really know how to make what to do with it, and like that she didn't really remember a lot of it. But she felt like the fortune was kind of like telling her to do something. Oh, the other important thing is that the fortune teller we didn't keep any of those masks except for Scythe. This fortune teller gave Scythe the mask, and kind of like mentioned one of the gods, Myriad. Mentioned one of the gods, Myriad, and was sort of like, maybe this mask will kind of like help you understand what you've gone through. So that was really interesting. Yeah, I guess the other like little thing that happened in that session was Spring and Sylvie don't really get along and they clash a lot. But while she was drunk, Spring kind of like made this little wooden sword that Sylvie found and has like made a big deal of, that Spring has been otherwise making fun of this whole time. And she like used her magical tinkering to make it shine like a pearl, which is like the symbol of her goddess. So they're kind of like on a little bit better terms. If I
Maybe.
forgot
I don't know. We're
anything,
both still drunk, so maybe
we're both still
I won't
drunk. It's
remember this.
fine. But anyway, we ended with a person kind of telling us about the big boar race that's about to happen. So that was where we ended. I hope that is a relatively good orientation to where we are.
You have thoroughly recapped more than I thought you were going to, so well done. You've earned a point of inspiration.
Yay!
Which means that it is about 5 in the evening, and it is the Day of Masks, a festival celebrating the god Masquerade. Though that part's lesser known. What everyone does know is that the Day of Masks is a day of anonymity and equality, where anybody can do anything with anyone, whether it be tomfoolery or nonsense or pranks. And as we dive into the Day of Masks, all of you are heading in the direction of the forest just north of the gates, because that is where the boar race is supposed to have happened. Now, Sylvie, you are always the one who's handled the communications between your crew and the Mariguard Academy.
I said for better or worse.
Yeah. As you are walking towards the gates, with the rest of the crowd, everyone's excited to see these boars race and see who's chasing them. A parchment appears in your fingertips.
I look at it.
It says, Sylvie, an emergent mission has just come up. You and your crew must return to the Mariguard. Persh. You're still drunk.
But it's a boar race. I bet. Oh, I should ask. Guys, over
What?
here.
What?
Oh, in
So-
fact, hang on real quick. You are not drunk, actually, because you lesser restored yourself.
I did, didn't I?
You and Doll are the only ones that are not drunk.
Thank you.
Cheaters.
Who knows what's happening? Your doll.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So she herds the cats of her crew together, and she says, "So I got a note from Persh. How time sensitive do you think this is?" And she shows the message to everyone.
It looks pretty current.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to like stop having fun.
You gotta leave the festival. I'm drunk though. I can't be on a mission.
Well, you can hear about one.
That's true. It doesn't say when we have to start. Shit. Well, maybe we don't have to start until tomorrow. So if we go and we talk to him, and then maybe we can come back. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's just everybody
I look
act sober.
skeptical.
Act sober.
All right,
Yeah.
man. I'll try.
Yeah.
I refuse.
You
Surprising
refuse to
no
act
one-
sober. It is kind of difficult to separate yourselves from the crowd, as everyone is just pushing past you. As the gates are open, you can see that the other various vendors that were dealing with their own games are closing up shop. As you turn around, the fortune teller stand looks as though it was never there.
Even the broken shit.
It's all gone.
Well, that's good.
It just looks like an empty space. So,
Seems super
you-
normal.
Scythe glares at it.
Scythe, what's your passive perception?
Oh, 1 sec.
Mine's so high, by the way, if we're looking at things.
It's not gonna. It's just.
Oh,
for
it's mine.
Scythe.
I think.
Jesus Christ, I forgot that mine was so high.
Sorry, I forgot where it is on Foundry sheet.
Just look at your perception skill. It should be in light gray next to it.
Oh, 12.
Don't worry about it.
Aww. Fair enough.
That's really bad. Okay, as you all. Not that you didn't catch it, just that your passive perception's so low. I didn't expect that. You-
Wait, hang on, maybe I'm wrong. Nope. My wisdom's +2. I'm not proficient in perception.
Okay, then 12 it is. As you all make your way towards the Mariguard Academy, making your way up that street, past the Mariguard, who is drunk?
Everybody but Doll and Sylvie.
Drunk.
Okay.
I won a drinking contest.
Yeah, you're drunk.
So
Robots
Mashed.
can get drunk, yes.
yes.
Alright. Let me
Is
pull
Callie
up-
still with us? She was like riding around on Sylvie's shoulders, I think. This time.
She is. She's also drunk. So she's
having a
just
great
going.
time.
She's just.
Woo!
Callie, do you
Modeling.
want to hear what a contractor mission briefing is like?
What's? Is that where you're going right now?
That's where we're going. We got a mission. We gotta go.
Sure.
Or you could go win the bar race for us, since maybe we won't get to do that.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm not running after pigs. I haven't had to do that in years. I'm not doing it again.
Oh, did you do that before?
Sometimes. Never by choice.
Oh, I was gonna say that's fun, but it's
It's not fun. Those blighters will bite your leg off if they can get to him.
Oh, well, yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Anyway, you can go if you want.
I'm quite comfortable up here. And she's kind of like bobbling a little, just a little like leaning to the right, as if her world is still
adjust to
spinning that
compensate.
direction.
Spring smirks at Sylvie.
I'm having a great time.
Me too, lass. And she like pats the top of your head.
Yep. As a steed. Great time.
Okay, so one moment here. As I pull up this page. What happened to my...
I ate it. I'm sorry.
Stop eating my
Frog.
students.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's what Sylvie was trying to do.
Hey,
Woo!
you don't know that.
Womp womp.
I think she does know that.
Scythe would never say that. That was not Scythe.
Oh. All right.
I'm sorry.
Fine.
All right. I'm going to move the pages. Hopefully everybody loads this up.
Yep. Oh, wow, she's small.
Halfling.
Holy shit.
Is a halfling.
Ugh.
You asked for this.
She cute.
Let's see.
It's you.
As you arrive at the Mariguard Academy and you enter the front doors, as always, Persh is back at his desk. You recall earlier in the day he wasn't there, so now that he is here, and he looks as businesslike as ever, he looks to you all and he says, "Thank you all for being prompt." And he kind of glances over. Callie? Yeah? What are you...
She was hanging out with us.
She
Yeah.
won the
She just
she won the magic
won a
competition
magic
first.
contest. She did awesome.
Okay, hang on. Persh is rolling an insight check.
Is he trying to see how drunk we are? Because I don't think that's a very high difficulty.
No, it's not. He kind of glances at all of you one at a time, and you just see his eyebrows quirk up a little, and he says, "Right. Okay. Well, this will be fast enough then."
And they told us to go enjoy the festival, to be fair.
It's true.
It's
We
true.
were not on call, to my knowledge.
Follow
Tabernac
the
told us
orders.
have fun. Tabernac told us.
It's fine.
That.
I'm sure all of you have your own ways of sobering up. Don't have to worry about it right now, but what does matter is an emergent problem has creeped up. A trade vessel, one underneath the name the Heron, is commissioned by a merchant here in town. Goes by the name of Archibald Silvermane.
That's the name.
I thought so too. You're going to need some extra assistance with handling people. So I've pulled another contractor to join your team.
Sorry, are you implying that we're bad with people?
Yeah.
Are you saying you're good with people, Sylvie?
Yeah, I thought I was the face.
When was that
No?
a thing?
I
No.
just... Okay. Or
Sylvie,
maybe we'll... Okay.
you're quite proficient at hitting things very hard.
Yeah, and I'm charming.
Anyway, this new
Okay.
contract will be in
Guys,
just a few moments.
Scythe very slowly reaches over with one gauntlet hand and just like pat Sylvie's head. But just like in slow motion, like pat.
As you like reached up, Callie's like, "What are you doing? What is? Oh, sorry."
Move side, girl. Move side.
Hi.
she does. Persh kind of looks at the rest of you and says, "Am I wrong in my estimations that you could use a better handle on people?"
I guess.
No,
I'm
you're
not
not wrong.
asking you, Sylvie.
You're not wrong. We'll
She
take all the
pouts,
help
she
we can
pouts.
get.
You're not wrong.
Right. Well, he'll be in just a few moments. In the meantime, this merchant ship, the Heron, is transporting Banasite. Are you familiar with what that is?
Are we?
Roll.
I
Probably.
am. Yes.
If you are
yes.
proficient in Arcana, yes. If not, roll history.
Okay.
I'm so dumb.
That's expensive.
I rolled well though. Oh, I rolled
He-
decent.
Is he an art? For what purpose? For purpose of building?
I have no idea what it is.
Okay, Griffix knows, I don't. So
Okay, that's fine. I was waiting for everyone's rolls to render before explaining what Banasite is. Those of you who know and those of you who've learned, Banasite is a blue powder that can be used as a magical component in any spell. It replaces whatever mundane component you might otherwise need. It does have a 25% increase in cost, though. So something that might cost 1,000 gold in diamond dust would cost 1,250 gold in Banasite. But its strength is that you can use it for anything. It's hard to come by and expensive, so...
Don't I
Spring
have
is
like a
correct.
Banasite core?
Yeah. That doesn't mean you know what it is.
No,
That's true.
no, that's true.
I got a lot of stuff inside me. I don't know what it does.
That's very true.
Yeah, like the spleen. Anyway, as...
Spring's eyes immediately widen. Banasite.
Right. It's not for his purposes. It's to be transported to, and he, like, pulls open a note. All of you, if you'd like to, you can pull up the world map as I describe what your voyage is going to look like.
Map, a world map.
That's the Farah map I went to.
Wait,
You could
we're
look at
going
the
on
town
a
if you
boat?
like.
We're going on a boat?
You're going on a boat. You're going to be going through a naval voyage up around the verdant Ever Meadows up to Kao, to the Brookport.
Wait, to KO?
To
KO?
Aren't things kind of like awkward right now? With
Yeah,
that place.
they are.
That's probably why they're sending a face with us, Sylvie.
Right, of course.
As we are not aligned with Aurelia or Kao, we are in a position where we can facilitate this mission. But it is important and one that happens quickly. Which is why I've summoned you despite your inebriations.
When are we leaving?
Early tomorrow morning. Around 4 in the morning, before dawn. And as he's talking, a individual steps into the room, the main lobby. Meg, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Hello. A wood elf steps in. He is about 6 foot-ish. He's got a light copper skin and dark brown curls. He does have a cloak that looks very bardic. It's purple, and then studded armor underneath. He does have, a leer slung over his back. So as he comes in, he looks over and, does a little smile and bows a little bit, like just a little half bow. He says, "I've been summoned."
Yes, you have. Ken, this is going to be the group that you're going to be working with. Eventually, the merchant's going to show up to explain his side of the story, but I think perhaps he's been waylaid at the tavern. And he kind of...
I mean, tonight is the night for anybody to get waylaid. Sorry, that was why I was a little bit late as well. My name is Ken Sedan, Nightvine, the Lost Prince of the Elves.
That whole thing's your name?
You could call me Ken.
Thanks.
It is enough.
As Ken looks over your group, why doesn't everybody describe what they look like? Starting with the left, Mr. Griffiths. Who are you?
Griffix is a scrawny, 6 foot tall sorcerer with a lot of frowning going on. He has his arms folded a lot, but he doesn't have them folded right now. He's maybe waving and gesturing a little bit more than usual.
Okay. Let's see. Doll. Let's go to you.
Oh, Doll is a half wood elf. He's probably about 5'9". He's not, super tall. He wears dark leather. He's got floppy hair. Looks like he would like to look like he's brooding, but he's kind of a pretty boy, so it doesn't really work out very well.
Just looks like a smolder.
A little bit. He's a little mad about it.
Okay. Scythe. Who are you?
Scythe is a very large. I mean, she's still medium, but she's a very large, armored-looking warforged. Not warforged. Swordsmine. Sorry, I said the wrong.
How dare
said
you?
the wrong word.
Banned. It's fine.
No.
It's
She
gonna make
has.
home awkward.
Yeah. She has red hair, like a wig coming out of her helm. And her helmet is like a faceplate that covers her face. So there's just the sort of glowing eyes in the center. And she's sort of got this just big sort of bulwark armor built into her frame. And she's about as big as you can be while still not going up a size category. Like she's like 6.5 to 7 feet tall was what we had said.
She's big.
She's big.
All right.
Griffix gestures to you and goes that it's a wig. It took me a week to figure out. I was wondering why she had hair.
Wait, is
Good
he
job,
saying
yeah.
that to Ken?
Yes.
Oh, Ken will be like, Ken laughs a little bit and, nudges him like, thank you for letting me know. Oh, a little weird.
It looks good.
Hashtag aesthetic.
I've never met a Warforged. Not Warforged, sorry.
It's Forged Mind. I started it. It's my
Begun.
fault.
Colloquially, in world, everyone just calls them forged.
Yeah.
Just say forged. It's so much easier. Spring.
Spring is heavily armored. She's got like really custom armor that is like very sleek. It's dark gray. It's got a really kind of fancy symbol on it that says Armistice on Arcane on top, and is two hands kind of looking out like kind of it's like Adam reaching kind of for a different hand style. One of them is a mage hand though, and the other one is like a human-ish kind of hand with a sacred flame looking thing in the middle of it. She is a half elf, but clearly like a drow half elf. She's got like purple skin and heavily, like very tightly braided, like silvery hair. She looks pretty at ease right now because she's drunk.
Normally she looks much more uptight.
Normally she looks much more uptight.
Okay. Well then, next to Spring, with a halfling upon her shoulders, Sylvie, who are you?
Hey, I'm Sylvie. I am a tall-ish woman, Triton, so I've got a blue-hued skin and kind of finned elements on my ears and kind of like a dappling of scales, and she has short hair that's blue in a darker hue. She's wearing scale mail in the Mariguard's colors, which is red and gold. She's got a halberd on her back. And she's standing there with her arms crossed and looking Ken over. And it looks like she wants to be mad. Like, she's like, I'm not good enough to be the face of this party. And then she's looking over him like, how is he better than me? But she's also looking at him and she's thinking, oh, he looks like a nice guy. God damn it.
He's gonna smile and wink at her and say, I bet you're happy to be going in the ocean, right?
I mean, it's kind of a presumptive.
racist?
Yeah, like you're right, but it's not because I'm a Triton. Like
Okay.
I'm looking for it because boats are cool. Like that doesn't have anything to do with.
Boats are
Lighten
cool.
up, Sylvie.
Boats and horses are cool, yeah.
Horses are cool too. Yeah, see, it's not all
Yeah.
about like who you are.
Yeah.
Well, it is about who you are. It's not what it's not what you are. It's who you are.
Your hair is very soft.
Oh, thanks.
She's like clutching onto it to hold on
Ow.
to your shoulder.
You could like this is a little tight.
Sorry.
Yep. Nope. It's great. No, it's fine.
Does it?
4 a.m.
Does it always spin like this?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
A halfling's
said-
gonna puke on you.
Oh shit. I'm just gonna lift her up.
Oh.
Just gotta set her carefully down.
As you set her on the ground, she looks around and says, "Oh, thank you. I'll be right back." And she goes out the front door.
She's not coming back.
You said Ken Sedan?
Incident, yeah.
Kensian Nightbind, the forgotten prince of
The
the elves.
lost. I don't think they forgot me.
Lost Prince.
They just lost you.
They
Lost
did.
Prince. Which elves, particularly?
It's not important.
But
They
you
don't go
wanna
to this
do
school.
that way.
You wouldn't know them.
I can't name my clan to you. It is a lost clan. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a
Huh.
bummer. Sorry, man.
The sort of thing that's kept in the family. Anyway, that
That's
trader should be on the
mysterious.
approach. If you all will just wait a moment, he'll be here any minute.
You know, I was thinking if you turn it into an acronym, Lost Prince of the Elves is a little potty. Do you ever go by that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Lost Prince of the
Elves.
Elves. Wouldn't that be a Lapote?
You could do that. Yeah,
Persh.
Lapote. That's much nicer.
Behind the desk, Persh is just pinching the bridge of his nose.
Yeah, Doll's just like looking back and forth as people talk. It's like,
We got a bazillion trolley cakes. Can I just like loudly offer him a trolley cake?
To Persh,
Yeah.
he looks at you and says, "I've had plenty of sweets, thank you kindly."
So
so
yourself.
after Doll watches
If
everybody
I sing you a
speaking.
song, will you offer me one?
Oh. Yeah. 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 You can have a trolley cake. Sure. Sure.
You,
Sure.
you don't have to sing a song.
I kind of want to hear it though.
Well,
Okay.
it's different.
And then Ken immediately, like, he doesn't need another excuse. He unslings his lyre from his back and starts strumming.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Um,
Doll says
What
very
kind of-
quietly. Oh my
What kind
god.
of song? What kind of song?
he is going to sing about the lovely maiden with the candy hair and the honey skin.
Folk song?
And then at the end, the lover is going to eat the maiden.
What the fuck?
Doll is won over in spite of himself.
Yeah,
Like,
like, see, I
alright.
want to hate him, but he seems pretty cool.
Kind of charismatic.
Should I roll that performance? Hold on.
Honestly, nah. You don't need to. It's good enough.
Half the audience is drunk.
Yeah.
If
really
you'd like
like
to
it.
roll to see what the number is, you can, but you've succeeded.
So were they actually made of food?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
It was-
clever.
That's cool.
His lover was really a treat.
Like I get it.
Yeah.
How sweet.
Yeah.
The door opens behind you. In steps a rowdy-looking human with gray hair. I've just lied to you. I don't know why.
Oh.
He's a dwarf.
Okay. Listen, I wasn't gonna argue with him. If he
He's
says
a little
he's
short.
human.
I
Human,
read.
but-
I was reading the wrong thing.
It's okay,
and so-
Short King. It's okay.
He is a dwarf with grayish hair. As he looks at all of you and he says, "Well, these will be the team that'll be taking me up the waters." And
Oh boy.
Persh says, "Yeah." And this man looks to each of you and he says, "Well, you all look like you'll be just fine and splendid. Have any of you been to sea before?"
Can I listen? Echo. He just
Yeah.
looked at this drunk ass bunch of goons and said, "Y'all look like you'll be fine." Can I get a read on this dude? Is he like gonna drop us in a volcano or
Roll
something?
an insight check at disadvantage.
I
'cause
love-
you're drunk.
Love so much.
I'm
that
not
Doll
drunk.
is so suspicious.
You're not
I
drunk.
love
You're
that
not
Doll
drunk.
is suspicious of all things. It's great.
You can
He's
just
gotta
roll an
be.
insight if you'd like to.
Rogues have to be by
Okay.
nature.
That is not true.
I wait. What did I roll? A
You rolled
3.
a
I
12.
can't roll lower than a 17 on insight.
So you have reliable
Jeez.
talent. Okay.
I sure do.
Hell yeah!
With a 17,
Dang.
you get a couple things. You get the impression he would say that no matter who he was looking at, because he is clearly
Capable?
no.
Stupid?
He's panicking.
Oh.
Desperate.
He is desperate for mercenaries to assist him. You can tell behind the veneer of the smile and the attitude, he's scared. So
Okay.
do with that what you will.
When he asks if anyone's been to see, Sylvie does not raise her hand. I point that out.
Okay.
Science looks puzzled for a moment, and she kind of looks off into the middle distance.
I mean, yeah. For the Mariguard.
And she says, yes.
Scythe, are you trying to remember something right now?
No, she knows that she's been to sea because she woke up in, she woke up in Ceres, so there's no way she would be here if she hadn't been to sea.
Sure.
So she just had this moment's pause of like, have I been to sea before? Yes, I have been to sea before. This is a memory that I have. He's a little drunk.
Okay.
Right now.
Right. So you're not trying to remember something. You just were trying to remember something.
I'm not
Okay.
trying to remember something from my past life. I'm trying to remember something, but I'm drunk.
Understood.
This is from Scythe life, not from Friar life.
Got it.
Because I woke up
Life,
in
life.
Ceres. I woke up at Ceres and came to the Meriguard. So I
Got it. Okay. You're just drunk. All right. This individual looks over all of you and he says, well, I am glad to hear that all of you are coming with me. Do you know what the plan is?
Nope.
He kind of
We-
glances at Persh.
the Heron.
Aye, the Heron.
We're going to KO to
Mhm.
deliver Banasite. Yes?
Oh yeah.
I should.
We were told that.
Yes. All right, so you have the gist of it. Well, there's a reason why I'm trying to leave in such a hurry. Not we, until you've... Sorry, let me start over. Now that I've hired you, all of us need to make haste away from this port and up to Port-a-Brook. A Brookport? It's a KN name. Doesn't matter. We need to get there as quickly as we can, as there are Aurelian soldiers on my tail. This Banasite is not meant to stay here, and if we loiter and linger, it will no longer be within my possession. So, trying to leave just before dawn.
Why not leave now?
The crew of the Heron is not ready to leave now.
And the sea is like a temperamental thing. Like, you can't just do what you want in it. Like, conditions have to be met.
I mean, but we can leave in the morning if we want, so that doesn't really...
Aye, we're leaving it at just before dawn.
Yeah.
Where
because
do you
all of the
have,
things-
excuse me, sir, where do you have your Banasite stored until then?
It's in the cargo hold of the Heron out in the docks.
Perhaps we might stay there tonight then. Just
Sleep on the ship.
It might be a
Indeed.
good idea also to introduce
Start
yourselves
it.
to Captain Juno. Get yourselves a little bit more familiar with the territory.
Alright.
And make sure we don't
indeed.
oversleep and miss the boat.
Oh, the boat's not leaving without you. I am not making this voyage without protection. I am
Are
not.
we anticipating like a fight? Like people trying to stop us?
I will say that if the Navy catches up with us, aye, that'll be a fact.
Just so we're all clear, no judgment whatsoever. Archibald, right?
Mm-hmm. You can just call me Archie.
Archie, no judgment at all. You can call me Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Is
It's a
this
pleasure.
stolen?
Yes.
Okay. okay, no judgment.
Whew, that was quick.
I mean, you're not with the law, and you're not technically able to arrest me, so...
No judgment's kind of baked in.
I've paid the Academy handsomely to facilitate this arrangement, and Mr. Coronumson here has... And you hear Persh say, Persh. Mr. Persh here has agreed that this will be kept on the down low. So,
Okay, Yeah, we'll make sure to keep it on the down low too. We won't blab around.
That will be for the best.
We gotta go to your boat. Ship.
Now it'll be a good time now that everybody's out watching the pig races.
Yeah.
Give me 1 minute.
All right. He just kind of
Simon.
looks at you.
Scythe turns and walks away.
That was abrupt. All right. Anybody else need a quick recess before we meander on down to the dock?
I'm good.
Well, we gotta wait for your companion anyway, so...
She's not gone long. She comes back in a minute. She
Okay.
just went to throw up.
Oh,
How does a... Please describe to me how a forged vomits.
No, I decline.
Aw.
I decline to describe
It's
that.
Thank you,
motor
thank
oil.
you, Sal. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that choice.
Just in case anybody listening is emetophobic, she goes to a private place and does private business.
Give me 1 second. Bleh.
Basically.
understood. Whilst you're out there, you see Callie on a bench, just white-faced, just...
Aw, poor Callie.
Just like the world is spinning for her.
It is basically both of us in this bathroom for the same reason. Like, okay.
So, when you return, which eventually does happen,
Yeah,
you
you're not
don't
gonna
look pale-faced because you
It's
don't
like
have
Prague.
blood. Yeah. As you return and the group is gathered, Persh holds out a leather satchel to you, Sylvie.
Oh, yeah. I'm paying attention.
I can see that. Right. Giving you 10 transcription papers this time.
Yeah.
You remember those, right?
Yeah, I write on them.
Yes.
And you get it, and then Wait, do I get them back? Wait, do you have to use your own?
Just take these papers, all right?
Okay.
Go requisition some potions from Sekka and get on down to the dock.
How many? What kind? Just healing?
Yes.
Should I just be like, Sekka, you know what to do? Like, do I have a number? 1 each? 5?
Persh is like looking at you and just waiting for you to stop. And he says, standard issues 1 healing potion per mercenary of a contracting group.
Just a regular one?
Yes.
Wow.
You
All
want
right.
more than that, you're paying for it.
Well, if we're stubbing our toes, that'll help. But other than that, I guess we're just fucked.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll talk to her. Don't worry.
Thank you, Ken. Already proven useful. And he just looks back down at the desk.
Gotta face it, we're doing better.
We're doing what?
We've got a new
already.
Gotta face it. He's making puns.
Are you making a joke about this? Because this is serious.
Oh my
Is it-
god.
Oh,
Sylvie,
Is it
go
really?
kidding.
Come on, let's go to Sekka. Come on, go to
My
Sekka. We're gonna
position
leave
in
you
this group
alone.
is compromised now.
We're gonna leave you alone, Persh. Thank you very much
Sylvie,
for your help.
Nobody
Archibald.
could spike an imp and proselytize to a homeless man like you do.
I look at you, doll, and I say, with real, genuine heartfeltness, thank you.
I'm
You got
sorry.
style.
What are you referring to? Persh glances up at you, doll.
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Right.
And we'll strum on his lyre as like Burge asks that, and we'll be like, where are you going?
traveling music.
We're gonna.
So we're
Ken,
going
are
to
you-
Sekka to hit up for the quartermasterly supplies.
I
He
swear to
doesn't
god,
know
this,
what he's.
this is all I can see.
But yeah.
As you leave, doll, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Can I have one?
No.
Aw. My perception's so good.
Is it?
Yeah,
What's your passive perception?
19.
Oh, then yes, you can also have a perception check.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, so is my. Yeah, I got a 25.
The reason
Okay.
why doll got a perception check is because her passive is
It's
19.
passive.
His passive. Their passive. Sylvia, you don't see shit. Doll. As
Yeah.
you leave the front door with everyone else, everyone's
Mhm.
heading out into the courtyard toward the blacksmith's shop where Seka works. You catch in the glimpse of your eye a bit of movement. Leaning up against the door on the front of the Mariguard is the rogue instructor, Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Okay.
He just kind of nods at you to approach him.
I'm not bad. I just like kind of wait a step and then scoot that way.
He kind of
Hey.
looks at the group as they're leaving, and he says, I imagine you probably picked this up already, but, old Archie, there's competition. It's a little bit closer behind him than he'd like to admit.
All right.
You're
What do
likely
you-
to run into a, mercenary group out on the water the Aurelians might have hired.
All right. Who do you think they go to?
Sons of Kaidos, I'd expect.
Do I know anything about the Sons of Kaidos?
Roll a history check.
Oh boy. Hey. That's something I'm not good at. 4.
Oh, woof.
Who are they?
Maxwell, like, ugh. They're
It's been a while.
heavy hitters. The salts that armies recruit as extra swordsmen.
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the heads up.
You're welcome. Just pray the winds in your favor. Maybe Lilas will
Alright.
listen. Off you go then.
Thanks, man. I will scoot to catch up with the others.
Was somebody missing? Was there a,
No,
No,
we're all here.
probably not.
I
there
counted.
was
We're
a
all here.
roll here before, right?
There's a what? Griffin?
Dell's
A
wherever he
knoll
wants to
prince.
be.
Oh, a Knoll Prince.
Yes.
Maybe his people found him.
Oh, right.
Can't have two lost princes.
Yeah. Somebody got to be found sometime.
Only room for one.
Your day will come, Ken. Don't worry.
Thanks. I'm just waiting.
Are they looking for you?
You know,
I don't. That's why I asked.
really.
Anyone- Are we by the quartermaster yet?
Oh yeah,
is
you're right in
looking
front of the
and
shop.
lost and
Okay.
found relative definitions.
I need a tiny restoration.
Oh,
A
Alright.
lesser make better.
are you asking me for that?
No, the quartermaster.
Because I can just do
The
that.
blacksmith Seka glances up at you as she is like leaning over the anvil, and she says, "What do you need that from me from?"
Ken will come up and wink at her and be like, "Hey, Seka, how's it going? You're looking very pretty today."
Thanks.
Yeah, so we're in an urgent mission, and you know how urgent missions are.
I heard.
My party's they had a little bit of fun today.
I can see that. Yeah.
Could
Festival!
could we get some restoration potions?
I
Get them.
That one.
Oh my. I just slap two hands on Spring's back and on Griffick's back, and I do lay on hands 5 points each, so you're both sober.
Wait a minute. When does
She-
healing make you sober?
Lay on hands.
Lay on hands.
Lay on
This is
hands.
it, yeah.
If you use
It's a paladin
5
thing.
points of it, you can heal a poison
poison.
effect.
Oh, never mind. She just
She
saved.
open palm slaps you both pretty hard. And you're
Ow!
suddenly
Wait a
cured.
minute. Wait a minute.
What the hell?
How long were you going to put that off for? You could have done that at any time.
You
Wait.
guys are a lot more fun the other way, but we're kind of like on a time crunch, so I
You got some juice?
expedited the
You got some
process.
juice for
Thank
size?
you.
You got some juice for sides too?
Oh, well, she's not talking like an idiot, so I didn't think she needed it.
I wasn't talking like an idiot.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
A little
I was.
Seka,
we
we
have-
need health potions.
Yes, thank you. We need health potions. We gotta go.
We got a mission.
Yeah, I heard you had a mission. I can give you the standard requisition. Is there anything else you want to get while you're here?
Can we just get a little bit extra? Like, they're right. We're gonna go into a fight as.
You can get a little bit extra for a little bit of 50 gold a pop.
Yeah, right.
So that's retail value. Like,
Sure
we're
is.
in-house. Do you think we should get, like, a discount?
Why?
Because you look so pretty today. I, like, look at, like, Ken, like, is that how you do it?
Roll
I-
persuasion.
At 25.
Second
Not
I
looks
feel
at
like
you
it should be
face.
disadvantage.
Nah, she thinks it's funny. She says, "All right, I'll shave a little off. 35 each."
Oh, thanks. Okay.
Alright, so how many
I
are we
buy it.
getting?
I buy an extra.
Yeah, I'll buy
yeah.
an extra.
I'll buy an extra. That means I'll have 2.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
that's what I'm doing.
They are standard
So
healing
I'll-
potions.
I'll just remove 35 from my 55 that I have.
So each of you add 1 potion, and then anyone that's buying one subtract 35 gold and then add another potion.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice trip.
Uh,
So
265.
here's a question. I'm sorry. How do I delete money?
From your foundry?
I,
Yeah.
like, just live life and it just goes away.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I fixed it.
I knew you could.
It didn't click right the first time, but I got it the second time.
I knew you could do it.
I'm sorry.
It's
Do I
okay.
add potions?
You okay? So hold on a minute. Who all got a potion?
I think
I'm
everybody
sorry. Who all
got
got
an
an extra
potion.
potion?
I think everybody did.
I did not because I got potions at the very beginning that I have not used.
Okay, so you can
I
either
bought an extra.
you can either add them to your D&D Beyond or you can add them to your foundry. If you are all, hang on.
My D&D Beyond isn't working right. It keeps rolling ones on its API check.
Okay. Doll, it looks like you've added a healing potion?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else
And
need...
subtracted gold.
Thank you. Anybody else need some inventory doctoring?
Me.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe I'll
Help.
figure it out.
I'll... Okay, so Griffix, you're buying an extra potion as well?
Yep. Oh, I have one.
And now you have another.
Woohoo.
Hold on.
Not yet.
It didn't go in. It's not letting it do it. Oh, I'll just put 2.
There's a magic of Hollywood.
There we go. Okay. Scythe.
Hi.
I am adding potions to your pocket.
Yay.
If it will work. There we go. Anybody else need one? Okay, cool. Also, whilst you're here, if you have the money, you can spend it on equipment. You can basically purchase a +1 weapon for around 200 gold. If you want something else, like another uncommon magic item, you can pitch it to me and Sekka might have it, but mostly I know they're set uncommon, but the more common uncommon magic items are what Sekka has available.
Oh, could I have a dagger? Apparently I don't have one.
A
Like a
basic
+1.
dagger or a +1 dagger?
Oh, basic one.
Then you can just
Yeah.
take one. You don't have to buy that.
All right.
Can I say that I took my rapier of warning back from Ire?
Yes.
And I will actually kind of scoot over to Kenzadin and look pointed. Is he wearing weapons?
He is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of look at them pointedly and be like, "Do you need a magic rapier to use?"
I
You
mean,
can do
I'd
that,
never
right?
say never say no to magic. No. I do,
Oh,
and he does
okay.
have a rapier hanging from his.
Okay,
belt.
good.
So, I do know how to use a rapier. Yeah. Tally insisted I learn. I never wanted to, but you know.
Who did?
Oh, the bard.
Oh, the instructor?
here. Yeah, you probably have never met her, but
Probably
you-
never heard of her.
I mean, I
Obscure
might have.
bard.
Whatever. Here, just take this then and use it while we're on this mission. And I hand over a rapier of warning because I got a magic rapier. on the mission.
Oh, just while we're on this mission.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to you forever.
Oh, I thought you were giving me a gift. Okay. I mean, I'll give it back. Don't worry. Oh,
They
don't
check.
worry.
No, I don't. I'm fine with it. If you don't give it back, I'll take it back.
Okay. But I'm gonna give it back, so you won't have to take it back. So it's
Okay.
okay.
But it's cool. Yeah, just use
Well,
this.
that was a lot of fun to watch. All right, are
Yeah,
y'all
hey,
buying
Becca.
anything else?
I got one more question. Do you have like a sheath, like a sword sheath
Yes.
for this? And she's gonna slap Soul Stick down.
No,
No. Why not?
because all the sheaths that I make go to swords.
Like, you don't have one that could fit this?
She glances over at the racks and she says, "Okay, probably."
That like, so you're refusing sale for like no reason?
10 gold.
Is she jacking this price up?
Way up. She is annoyed at you.
I thought we had something going, Seka.
Why would you think that?
Cause you laughed.
Okay.
She
10
put
gold.
she put
10
10
gold
gold
if you
down.
want.
Yeah. That's what I
Soul
thought.
Stick deserves the sheath.
Echo, is it cool? Would Spring know what a cloak of the Mana Ray is?
Probably.
She's gonna request. She's like, off the wall request. Possibly unlikely. Do you have a cloak? We're going on the water. It would be useful for us to be able to, for more than just the one of us to be able to breathe underwater. You got cloak of a Mana Ray or any materials for it? I can go ask Widget what I need if that's necessary. I can work on making one.
And she stops. She steps away from the anvil. She goes to an enormous armoire. It's a huge wardrobe that she pulls open the doors, and you see that there are just countless drawers, and she begins pulling them out. Each drawer is magically too big to fit in the doors of this armoire. Please roll me a D100.
58.
She pulls a black, oily cloak out from one of these drawers, and she slaps it down on the anvil. And it seems as though, as it slaps on the anvil, it's like it's actually wet. But when you look at it, it appears dry. And she says, "You're in luck. Looks like we did have one.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a pretty powerful enchantment on this one. It's going to be 400 gold if you've got it."
Spring winces.
How much do you need, Spring?
No, I have enough.
Oh,
Dude,
right, you're a cheapskate and you don't like spending money.
I'm not a fucking cheapskate. I'm in debt. My parents are in debt. It's different.
Damn.
If you had
Sorry.
problems, you would understand.
Right.
Doll leans over to Sylvie and he's like, "That's why they sent the bard with us."
She just kind of puts her hands behind her head and walks away before she ruins this further.
She looks really longingly at it and kind of like runs a finger, like a thumb over the outside and looks at the rest of the group. This would be a useful thing for us. Does anyone want this? I don't know if I can afford it.
What is it?
It will essentially allow you to swim underwater and to breathe underwater.
Oh,
I'll
I was
throw
like, I
in
can.
100 gold for it. And I don't mean I have to use it. I mean, I think it's good for somebody in the group to have it. So I'll throw in 100 gold. And does that make it affordable or what?
I think I spent most of my money.
Over the table, it also doesn't require attunement, which is a useful.
How much
feature
is
of this particular? It's 400.
And Griffith's
Sorry.
putting in 100.
While wearing
Listen.
this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet. Pulling the hood up or down requires an action. That's it. There's no attunement.
When was it up? How does that work?
It bubbles. It creates a bubble over your face.
Oh, magically stays up.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, would I be at disadvantage in the water as an armorer because of heavy armor stuff?
No.
Okay.
That's a Pathfinder rule.
Okay, good to hear. I don't know Pathfinder.
I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
either.
Don't worry about
Now we
it.
know.
I'm like, listen, Doll's got money, but he's not volunteering it, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ken's not volunteering him this money. Sorry, he will.
I would
However,
volunteer her money, but She spent it already.
They have fun.
You will have reached. I'm a little
And
tin.
Sylvie just found out that she has no problems, so she's not offering any money either.
That's fair.
Spicy.
Let me.
Perhaps we can get it when we get back.
We won't be on the water when we get back.
That is true.
Maybe someday. Can't Sylvie do that too, though?
All
Second,
right. Well, let's move along. Let's.
Second-
We're not
second.
affording it.
second.
we are.
How? Give me a second. How would you feel about a loan? Because we won't be on the water forever, and I can give it back to you.
You want to rent this cloak. And what happens if you die with it out in the water?
Then you can have whatever money I have on my body.
Then I have to go fucking get it. Spring.
I'll bring her body back.
Not if you're dead too.
I don't think we'll
This is
all
getting
die though,
morbid.
Sekka.
Can we just-
Right, but
there's
that's how I
six of
have to
us.
look at this.
There's 6 of us.
No, No, I understand. No,
Mathematically,
Roll a persuasion check. With
I mean-
advantage because everybody's assisting you. Spring.
You rolled real well.
19. Sekka, like, leans her head back and you just hear her go, oh.
Like, get out.
Look, I didn't even know this was in my fucking box until you asked for it, alright? So, half price, you can carry it, but I want it back.
Sold.
200 gold.
Sold. She's gonna look at Griffix. You still gonna help me out?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll push
you
100.
50 gold.
Scythe will start to pull out the 15 gold that she has left in her pocket.
Aw, cute.
and then she'll see that this is already handled and she'll put it back.
Yeah, Spring will slide 100 across the table.
Okay.
I think
So-
Ken offered to pay for 50 of it.
He did. He was very moved by your parents being
Aw.
in trouble.
So you'd only have to pay
Not,
50. Spring.
not moved enough to offer 100, but moved enough to offer 50.
A little
okay,
moved.
So 70. I'll put 75. Is that where it makes it? 75.
It would be
like,
50 from you, 50 from
Yeah,
Ken,
from
and
me,
100 from
50.
Griffix.
And 100 from Griffix.
Okay, and you purchase, well, for a
We
temporary amount of time, a
Rent.
cloak of the manta ray. In my world, I've recently come up with the rule that attuning to a magic item takes an action, and unattuning to a magic item takes an hour. With that being said, Ken, do you attune to the Rapier of Warning?
Yeah. We're just standing here.
Okay. As you do, you suddenly hear, "Hello, I am your Rapier of Warning. Keep me around in case there's trouble."
Do you have a name? Hello, my name is Ken.
There is no reply.
Oh, this sword doesn't like me. He's
It's
not
not
talking to me anymore.
It's
Not
It's not
sentient.
actually a smart sword.
Don't worry, Ken's gonna keep trying to talk to it. Don't worry.
You can keep
No.
trying.
Man, it's like
Forget it.
it's like a recording almost.
I'm recording.
Okay, so go ahead and add a Cloak of the Manta Ray to your inventory.
Who would like to? I'll carry. I can carry it for right now, but just so we know, it's not just for me. I imagine it'll be useful for anyone.
But what if Sylvie had it?
What if
Sylvie
Sylvie had
doesn't
it?
need
Very
it.
redundant.
Sylvie
Actually,
literally
it would
doesn't-
make me swim a little bit faster, but everything else would be
Okay, great. The rest of us will be. The
perish.
rest of us can't breathe underwater.
Okay,
Thanks, Sekka.
yeah. Don't say I never do anything nice. Is there anything
Hey,
else you
let's go.
fuckers want?
No, we gotta get moving.
And as you turn away from the blacksmith, you see the dwarven trader, Archibald Silvermane, is looking at you all, and he says, "Right, are you all ready to get a look at the heron?
Mm-hmm.
Follow
Yep.
me." And he begins to lead the way down through Farum. Okay. So, as you make
As
your...
I'm so sorry. Go.
No, go for it. What you got?
As he leads the way, I'm gonna keep an eye out to see if there's anybody like tracking him.
Okay. Roll me insight check. There's a lot of people,
Bus.
especially right here at the end of the street. See who is paying attention to him in particular.
No, I. Do I want to reroll that? No, fuck it. We'll just live with it. And it's not to determine a lie, so that is a 15.
Okay. With a 15, you don't
Yeah.
spot anybody paying too close attention to you guys, except for a lot of the common townsfolk. It's the sight of a contracting team gathered in on the walk is something that people in Ferrum are used to seeing, and you almost kind of get like just kids like waving and excited to see you guys on a mission.
A swagger.
Yeah.
And Kevin definitely will play it to the crowd, like strumming his lyre and waving and
Roll me a
You do the
performance.
princess wave.
Okay. He does the Lost Prince wave.
The
Is
Lost
that
Prince
the Lost
wave.
Prince wave?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Ken, no!
That literally says
No.
no. No.
Okay, on your first strum, your lyre, ping, and a string winds up and snaps you on the wrist.
Ow.
Oh shit! Ah, damn! And then he'll like put it back on his back, and he'll like just kind of like a little glum as he walks along.
That's a
Well-
bad omen, man. Fuck.
Do you
That
say
was so
anything to that?
Fucking funny.
First strum. Oof. Okay. One moment, please. As I find the map that has been lost.
Just
I
like the
was-
prince.
Yes.
The lost map of the elves.
The lost
Love
map.
it. Love it.
Stop.
Elves do lose a lot of things. They just
true.
lose a lot of things. You live that long, you know.
Like they're half children, they're stepchildren.
Sperm everywhere.
It's fine. Doll's not mad. He's not bitter.
Oh boy. All right. So, as you're making your way down the main street, down through the Ferrum Market and towards the South Docks, Archibald is still tense, but as he's getting more and more towards the docks, you can kind of tell he's loosening up a little bit, and he's rambling about the last time he was at sea. None of the stories are worthwhile. You get the feeling that half of them are made up because they were very boring journeys. This seems to be what your good passive insights tell you. The first time he's done something actually illegal.
Yeah.
He's like
why he's
over-explaining.
sweating.
Yep.
Very
That
much
explains
so.
why he's so like worried about everything.
Yeah. It's notable and noticeable. But eventually, you get down to the docks and you see the Heron. It is a caravel, a three-masted boat that looks like it's not particularly fast, but it looks like it could store quite a bit. And you see that lacing along the deck are maybe 4 cannon. So at least maybe the boat can defend itself from a small attack. Nothing really concerted, but it looks like it's got some teeth. And let me show you the boat. So this is the splash. Whoa.
I don't
Excuse
own
me.
a token on this scene.
I'm fixing it. This is the splash art that we'll be working with whilst you guys are at sea when we are working with Theater of the Mind. As all of you are approaching the Heron, as it's nestled up in the docks and in the port, you see there is a few crew members that are milling about up on the deck. And then you see that up at the loading ramp, and just seems to be leaning up against the actual guardrails and looking out, you see there is a well-armored, towering centaur looking out at you all.
Whoa.
And as you're approaching, Archie says, "Oh, there she is. There's Captain Juno. Why don't all of you just go introduce yourselves?" One moment, and I will pull you over to the proper map. If I can. It keeps getting absolutely lost, and I hate it. Here we go.
It's catching.
Oh, no, Foundry just replaced the art with the wrong image.
Good.
No wonder I couldn't find it. All right. One moment, please. I swear I know what I'm doing.
Glad they did that for you.
I'm really pleased about it, too.
Maybe if you give me enough time, I can come up with a good sea legs joke. But
I was
Take-
thinking
take
the
your time.
same
Take your
thing.
time.
I was like, how am I gonna make a sea legs joke about a horse on a boat?
right.
Genius.
Maybe. How about a seahorse joke?
Oh my god, I was just thinking the same thing. I was gonna say seahorse and then you said seahorse. Holy
Oh,
shit, you're funny, man.
It's a Bryn thing.
It's a Bryn thing.
Yes.
Stop. Good lord. Okay. As all of you are making your way towards the boat, you see that the centaur is speaking with what looks like a lizard folk man as you're
Weird
climbing
shit.
up the ramps. I'm sorry, who are you to judge? When was the last time you made a ship, Pen?
Pen.
Forgive me.
Okay. You are forgiven for the moment until you make me unforgive you.
Aw. Repentance.
Mm-hmm. Good lord. Okay. Here is what the heron looks like, as all of you will be aboarded. The music is wrong for this. Here
Oh
we go.
no, someone cut the ship into fourths.
Are we finished? Good lord. You're killing me. Yes, it shows you the multiple decks.
Convenient.
I thought so.
It is.
Okay. As all of you enter the deck and Archibald walks up behind you, he looks nervous, but fairly confident, and the centaur kind of clops up around on the clapboard and turns and looks at all of you, and she says, "Welcome to the Heron. I see all of you are going to be helping us make our voyage."
That's right. This is a nice ship you have here.
Thank
We're
you.
also staying here tonight, if that's okay. We asked Archie, if you will. And you know, we're just concerned about safety of the crew and the goods.
You see, she pointedly makes eye contact at Archie, but she says, I'm sure that'll be fine. Now, who of you are new to seafaring, if any of you? She glances at you, Sylvie, and she just says, Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That's a first for me.
I've never really been on the ocean before. I got to the Mariguard by foot. Are you laughing at me, Griffix?
That wasn't a joke?
No.
I'm sure you'll take a liking to it, just like a fish out of water.
Fish in water.
No, like
That's
a bird in water.
That was the joke.
No, but if I took it to it like a fish out of water, then I wouldn't be taking to it, right?
Right. You're... Okay, I'm Captain Juno. This would be my first mate, Beaks. And she gestures to the lizard folk man standing next to her. We'll be handling any requests or concerns y'all might have. The other crew are various hierons.
Hey, nice to meet you.
How many other
Abdul.
crew? Oh, sorry.
Oh, you can answer that first.
Say again?
How many other crew do we have here? How many are we working with?
Just 6 working hands.
And
Awesome.
us.
And you.
I
You're
imagine.
here for protection, I imagine.
Wait a minute,
We
we have
are.
6 people and 4 guns?
Aye.
Is that enough crew to man the guns and the ship at the same time?
Well, with us,
The
yeah.
crew will be handling the ship. Those of you who are
Oh.
trained on him will be handling the guns if it comes up to it. We hope to be sailing, in the dark.
Yeah, about that. We did want to stay here just to kind of keep the cargo safe, but like the quickest we can get out before dawn, I feel like we should. Got some.
You mentioned
Yeah.
the crew's still bringing your cargo aboard.
Hmm. Gotcha.
So we can't leave until it's, on the boat.
Yeah.
Can I help with that?
Doll
Yeah.
looks at Archie like,
And Archie looks at you and he, like, whoa, I didn't say. What do you want from doing the best I can?
If the crew needs a hand, I can carry large things.
Yeah, so can I.
help.
You're all eager to get out into the water, are you?
yeah.
Like a fish out of the water. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Thanks.
She kind of turns to Archie, who shrugs, and she says, all right, the crew's taking the load out from, and she points, and she says, that second warehouse underneath the full cargo, you'll find it there. And you'll see them loading it. Just tell them I sent you. Anybody who wants to try and assist in moving the crates of Banasite can do so and can roll athletics.
Sedan is gonna sit down and start restringing his lyre.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Doll's not going to help carry anything, but he does kind of like walk with anybody who goes to help so that he
You're
can
supervising.
inform them. No, he's just telling them what he learned from Maxwell, right? He's like giving them a heads up.
I see.
Trying to get us out of here because, got a tip that maybe this guy's pursuit is a little closer than he thinks.
Am I at
So-
disadvantage?
Double time.
Are you
And
still
then he'll-
drunk?
Gotcha.
Well,
Go
I
away.
threw up, but I don't know how effective that was in sobering me.
It's been a minute. You're probably just buzzed. No,
Okay.
you're not at disadvantage anymore.
Yes, we work quickly after Dull tells us we need to get our asses in gear.
Okay. Griffix, what are you
Griffix,
doing whilst that's happening?
Standing on the deck.
Okay.
Standing like Captain Morgan.
If I had a barrel, maybe, but I didn't think that was an option. Because 1 foot up, right?
Sure.
Captain Morgan. Never mind. So yeah, I'm literally just I'm not doing anything. I'm not good at carrying stuff. I didn't know there was extra information to learn about. So as usual, I'm in the know of what's going on.
Yeah.
The well-oiled machine. This
As
team.
Don't
you're
worry, Ken will talk to you as you're on the deck because he's just sitting on the deck as well, just restringing his lyre that he broke.
I was wondering, do you ever think that people with the name Meg would use the name Gem as a nickname?
It does seem like that would definitely, if you were trying to hide yourself, maybe
Oh yeah.
nobody would. It'd be too obvious, so they wouldn't really.
It's only when you know that it is, a diversion. Like, it was like, I don't think you'd reverse engineer it. You'd have to know the person's name first.
Yeah.
As the two of you are having this conversation, you suddenly you are aware of a presence behind your right arm. Standing a little bit too close for comfort is First Mate Beaks.
Oh, hi there. Have a seat. What do you think about people just reversing their names?
I would be scared.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, honestly.
I don't like it.
Oh. I'm sorry. Do you not like your first name the right way?
My first name is not Beaks.
Why did they call you Beaks then?
He looks at you and he just says, I have no idea. And you become acutely aware of how narrow and long his snout is.
Wow.
So do you normally do the negotiations for your group?
First Mate Beaks turns and looks at you, Griffix.
No. Captain says I be off-putting.
What? No.
I find you very charming, honestly. Scab.
Bix.
Scab.
Bix.
No, reversing your name is the cool thing to do.
It is very cool, yeah. It'd make you more charming.
He narrows his eyes and looks between the two of you.
Scab.
Think about
That is
people would-
awesome.
Yes. It's like it adds layers to your character. It creates more, like, think about it. When people ask you about your name, you could tell them about the day you decided to look at things from a different point of view.
And it's a little intimidating. Like, they might not even ask you, because you tell them your name is Scab. With that hard K. Much better than Beaks.
You can
There's
hear
no-
the hard K.
Yeah, there's no hard consonants in Beaks. Scab. Hard K.
He like narrows his eyes and looks between the two of you, and he just nods and says,
Scab.
and then he kind of trots
Give
off.
the lizard an identity crisis.
Doll walks up and he's like, Hard K, what is that? Your new nickname?
Hard K.
That's what the girls call me.
Oh.
Hey. My dog kind of laughs a little bit.
It is at this moment that with those crazy athletics rolls,
Yeah,
your
we buff.
3 party members are carrying crates each along with the other crew.
Nice.
You still have a couple more trips to go, but with those athletic rolls, it doesn't take you long to load all the Banasite. What you do all notice, these crates are heavy as shit. You have never handled this much Banasite, Spring. The amount that's in these crates, you didn't realize Banasite was this dense.
Interesting.
It's almost like it feels like you're hauling just crates of iron powder with how much
Do
it
I-
weighs.
But is there any way? Is there like a way for me to know that it's Banasite without opening the crates? Can I like, other than weighing it, can I like sense somehow?
Nip it.
You can investigate it.
By the way, I do tell the other 2 weaklings about the pursuit, the tip I got. I wasn't trying to hide it from you two.
We're not weaklings, we're just conversationalists.
What's your strength?
Um,
Yeah, because mine's 9. I was including myself.
okay.
Spring.
Funnily, Ken is weaker.
These crates are treated with wax. It's clear that they've been lacquered. It's clear that the fact that there's Banasite in them is a thing they're trying to hide. So you're pretty sure if you want to be sure what's in them, you're going to have to open them.
But I am kind of I'm a little bit suspicious it's even Banasite. Is it possible? Is there anyone that's ever like, is there any precedent for making the crates heavier to conceal a thing that's in there? Do I get the sense that that's what's going on? Or do I?
Roll
Are you a
his-
criminal?
Yeah, roll a history check. And how much do you know about crime?
Crime check.
I don't know. I would say not
do you
not
have
nothing.
Do you have the smuggler, criminal, or maybe sheriff background? Anything investigation like that?
I have high investigation, but no. It's more. I was thinking more that like I have. My parents are adventurers, and I have like a. They're like they have a shop, and that might not.
Okay, so
illegal, but-
Inherently crime.
roll me a D100.
Like how in Spring's World, it's a crime to own a shop and go on an adventure.
Short answer is you don't know. You also just didn't like. You've handled Banasite in small pouches before, and it feels weighty. So maybe it is actually all Banasite in these crates.
Yeah. It's weird to see so much of this together. That's interesting.
This is the most you've ever seen in one place, and it's all in crates.
Spring is kind of enchanted by this, TBH.
You are aware, with your proficiency in Arcana, that large amounts of Banasite close together can make weird things happen.
Does that mean it is, in a sense, can I like maybe direct? Do I have a sense of how far away they have to be to keep the weird things from happening, or is it just gonna happen because they're on the ship together?
You suspect maybe one of the reasons these crates are so heavy is that they're lead-lined.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
But
Keep
that being
the weird
said,
stuff up.
there
I'm gonna
might be
try
some
to,
weird shit that happens.
I'm gonna try to convince people to maybe like spread the crates out a little bit instead of packing them tight to maybe account for that a little bit, but I'm not sure. I've
The
never
other
Are we
done
gonna
that.
have
crew
hold
looks at
space
you.
for that?
No.
I'm not sure that's how cargo works.
That's not how cargo works. The crew looks at you and says, "Where?"
I mean, no, I don't know how much space there is.
Not that
but-
much.
Okay. If there's not enough space to spread things out, then I retract the statement.
We like the weird stuff.
It's gonna happen. I'm afraid. I have a table for it. As
I love the weird stuff.
Yay.
Spring is trying to avoid the weird stuff. Spring is the one anxious about it, not
Yep,
me.
always.
Spring is the weird stuff.
Okay, I need another athletics check from the three of you, and I need to know if you guys are going to push it, where you risk exhaustion to get this done as quickly as you can, or if you're just going to try and accelerate it a little bit.
Just trying to accelerate a little bit. But Spring has no wish to be exhausted.
Sylvie, Sive?
Sylvie kind of, although she doesn't like to admit it, she does think Spring is smart and will follow her lead. She would never say that to her face, though.
So Dahl was saying that we need to speed up because pursuit is closer than
He did
we
say
thought. So Scythe thinks that she's going to be less useful once we're underway anyway, so she'll go for the exhaustion points. He's going to motor.
Okay. Roll me athletics and a constitution save.
+5 because you're next to me. Or maybe it's +4. Let me check. It's plus something.
It's your
Spring, I
charisma
think.
modifier.
It's +5.
Okay, so athletics and then con +5.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a con save. Make sure you roll that. 17. Okay. Okay.
Jesus.
You,
A 32?
with your concerted efforts, the number of crates of Banasite you load onto this boat is alarming. You basically double time what the crew is working with. And the ship is loaded and ready to rock at midnight.
Can I flavor that nat 20 I got on my athletics as being low-key competitive with Sylvie? Because she's technically the muscle of the group.
You can flavor anything.
And Sylvie
however
doesn't
you
even,
like.
like, register that you're competing with her.
Meanwhile, Scythe is just like chugging like like a train.
She's the little engine that could.
You, using the carts and carrying crates where you can, you load the cargo hold with about 3 tons of Banasite.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's a lot. As the boat is loaded and all of you are you're tired, you're not exhausted, but you've definitely put in a workout. And while all this is happening, Captain Juno has been plotting course, and First Mate Beaks has been talking to Captain Juno about Scab, his new name.
She's like, what? Who told you this?
Eventually, the ship begins to ready itself to set out.
Nice. Okay, good.
You have managed to shave 4 hours off of the departure time, and so the boat is now heading out into Kylus Bay at
Yay.
midnight.
This is fine.
So, I need everybody... Okay. Everybody who's been on a boat before doesn't have to roll. Those who have not must roll me a con save.
If I get seasick, that's gonna be so embarrassing.
It'd be so funny. I'm praying for it.
You
I am
douche.
proficient in boat.
Yeah, if you are proficient in vehicles, water, you do not have to roll.
I rolled a 14.
You succeed.
Whew.
Griffic succeeds. Anybody else? I think
Good
that's
job, newbies.
Ken.
Hard K, no!
No, no.
Ken,
Not enough.
until you can succeed on a con save when I ask for them, you are suffering from the poisoned condition.
Yikes.
You're puking up cookies, I'm afraid.
What cookies?
You're tossing your cookies, whatever the Malifor is. You don't feel good. Everything you do is at disadvantage. You can't keep food down. It's rough.
I mean, if I see Ken, like after an hour of seeing Ken run to the side of the ship to puke again, I think Sylvie would walk up to him and put her hand on his back and cure him of his poison condition.
I'm afraid that's not how this works. This is
well,
an
then she just
ongoing
pats him
condition.
on the back and she says, "Ugh, yikes."
But if you hang
Nah,
out
you
with
look-
him and he
you
has
look
to make a
white.
save,
This
he'll
is
get
why
your...
we shouldn't take a wood elf into the sea.
Oh yeah, you're not a sea elf. I get it.
No.
I will stay close to Ken to give him a +5 on his saves.
Okay. Well, over the next morning, all of you are going to need to try and get some sleep. Because you haven't yet, and you had a pretty long day of being really drunk, and then suddenly hauling basically 3 tons of magical powder onto a boat.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna
drinking
need some rest.
A
Maybe we
shitload
can,
of alcohol before doing exercise.
Ugh, so maybe we can do watches.
Aren't you like 19? You're fine. I could do that when I was 19.
It's true. There, I thought you were talking about legal age, and I was like, that's not really
Nope.
a thing. Okay, so before anything else, Ken, I need another con save.
+5.
Go into the track meet after drinking all night, baby.
Bravo.
The DC is 12.
Come on, Ken. Oh, there it
yeah.
is.
The reassurance and the empowering aura you feel from being near Sylvie, you kind of get the hang of the constant motion of the ocean. You begin to match your balance with the boat's movements, and you no longer feel the urge as your body finally stops betraying you. So,
God, thank God. Thank you for, comforting me. I really have been on a boat before, but, it's been a little bit, of course.
Yeah, I get it. This is kind of like my first sea trip, so I had to get used to it too.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of have an advantage there, though.
Again, with the whole putting out, and I'm like, it's fine, it's cool. Yeah, I get it.
okay.
If we were in the trees or the woods, maybe you'd have an advantage against.
I think I would. Against getting
sickness.
smacked with a branch or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're all useful in our own ways.
So the caravel's hold is where all of you will be sleeping, and it's basically just a number of cots hanging from the ceiling. It's not super comfortable. If you're taking a watch order, let's go ahead and set that up.
I want to be on Doll's watch.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I
go
was
ahead
gonna
and-
I was gonna take last watch because Doll's a dick. He'd be like, I'm gonna get my sleep, and then we'll worry about it.
Okay. So Sylvie and Doll are on
And
fourth watch.
Ken will take first watch and sing a
Ken will
lullaby
have
for you guys.
Aw.
Okay. Then we have our watches set up already. Good to know. As you're all out in Kylus Bay, it is dark. Those of you without dark vision, you can't see shit. Being below deck at night on a boat, there are a couple lanterns illuminating, but even then it's almost as though the darkness is pressing in, and it is impossible to see anything very well. Those of you who are up on deck, with or without dark vision, the moonlit sky, you can see pretty well. It's a clear night.
Sorry.
So first watch, Ken and Spring. As you're up on deck, and the crew are all milling about dealing with their own nightly duties, you see that there are 3 crew, one at the helm, one up on the masts, and then one basically just swabbing the deck, looking like he's busy, because life at sea is boring until it's really not. So, as you are taking your first watch, Ken, you're giving me a lullaby to the party. Please roll me performance.
Break another string.
No, you can do it, Ken.
Because that would be funny.
I have faith in you, Ken.
Oh.
Doll's annoyed, but I had faith.
What does the song? What does this lullaby sound like? What sort of lullaby are we getting here?
When the moon hits your eyes,
Like a big pizza pie.
like a big piece of sky.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
love.
Beautiful. I love
Flawless.
it. With a 27 on performance, anyone who went to sleep with your music in their ears is going to get a +2 to their initiative tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, boy.
No. That's amazing.
Thanks, Hard K.
Yeah, no kidding.
And now that you're on watch, you and Spring, where are you guys watching?
Deck? On deck? Is there... Makes the most sense, maybe?
Sure. Are you having any conversations, or are we just rolling?
Oh, Spring has been kind of... Spring's been busy with the unloading, but, and or rather the loading of the crates. But she'll kind of be looking at Ken a little bit, their new addition, and say, "You handled Sekka really well." And Sylvie, for that matter.
I've known Sekka for a little bit. I mean, she never really gives me anything for free, even as much as I ask, but I'm surprised that Sylvie got a discount. That's quite great.
Yeah. She must have been in a good mood.
And you said your parents are...
I shouldn't have said.
I understand. You were frustrated, right?
Sylvie knows how to get under my skin.
I'm sorry.
They own a magic shop. She gestures to her armor in Ceres. It's
Oh, they do good work.
They do. It's well, this is mine, technically. But yeah, my dad taught me everything I know.
It's lovely to learn that from your parents. You must feel really blessed.
I would feel more blessed if they were better with their money. But you know, it's okay. I'm gonna earn enough. Adventuring is lucrative. I'm gonna get him out of debt. It's gonna be fine.
I believe
I'll
you can do that.
be fine. And you, I mean, I can't imagine being a lost prince is a particular blessing, unless that's just something you say to distract from something else.
Am a man, an elf of the world. You know, I have my good days. I have my bad days. I'm doing pretty well for myself.
That was a really lovely way to tell me nothing at all.
Oh, you you. Well, I don't really have much to tell you about myself. I'm sorry. What you see is what you get. Like,
Huh. Okay, mystery man. You don't have to reveal all your secrets.
it's more charming that way. And then he'll play a little song.
Yeah, you're really charming.
I know he's super good at it. I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh.
Are we at advantage? Are we each rolling separately? watch?
Do either of you lack dark vision?
Nope.
No.
Then both of you can roll perception, and we'll see who rolls better.
Ooh.
Not Spring.
Did you? Oh no! Like it in the little thing, it looked like you bounced my dice,
Oh, it doesn't affect them, even if it looks like.
but it didn't. Yeah, it didn't affect it. I was like,
Okay. Roll me a d100.
Meg, this group is hostile. They're attacking my dice.
You want to go for it, Meg?
yeah.
Heck yeah.
What an
Next.
ad.
First, D100.
Roll me another d100.
Oh, Meg's second D100.
51.
That's so close.
Pretty much next to it.
Hold
Amazing.
on.
Something weird is happening.
We were too busy talking to like look at
Everything
anything.
explodes.
Okay.
Suddenly, a sperm whale falls out of the sky.
Oh no.
You're not
And a
that
petunia?
far off.
Oh no!
Oh my god, what?
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d2.
Oh,
R.I.P.
there's a fucking coin flip. What is happening?
Ken, you're 1. Spring, you're 2. Okay. Ken,
No, hard K, no.
as you're sitting there speaking with Spring, and you look around, you're still a little distracted as you have your lyre in your hands. You glance down at it. Suddenly, Spring, you see, faster than even you can react, a coconut falls out of the sky and bonks Ken on the head. Ken,
Aw.
you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
One concussion later.
On the ocean.
Uh,
I'm gonna like
Ken
try
will
to.
protect his leer. Like,
Yeah, the coconut just conks you right on the head. It hurts really bad, and it rolls along the deck.
I'm gonna like immediately like put my shield up kind of over where Ken is protecting his leer and look up and around to see where this fucking
You
coconut
see
came
the
from.
clear night sky. You are out on the deck. The masts are not above you. You don't know how that happened.
What? What?
I don't know. Ken will say as he grabs the coconut.
Did a bird? How could that have happened?
Do you
I
want to
can't-
share a coconut with me?
You're taking this very well.
It's a ripe
I mean,
coconut.
How else am I supposed to take it? Like, it's just
I mean, it's a mystery, right? Like we don't know where that came. It's a clear sky. How could it possibly? Where?
I mean, it's the ocean. It's a coconut. Ken will take his rapier and attempt to break it open.
It is a
But
magical rapier.
please.
It cuts through it like it's nothing.
Okay. And then he'll like have it
Please,
and hold one out to Spring.
Dab a straw into it, basically.
Spring will continue. Spring will continue to just like sputter about how impossible this is, while she like holds her half of the coconut and like the milk is like sloshing around.
Roll Spring specifically. Roll me a history or a nature check.
$24.
This is a Sishan Crimson Coconut. It's from Saris.
It's a
What?
fucking Sarisian coconut.
How did a Sarisian coconut get on? Like this makes her even more freaked out by this.
I know this one. There's a swallow.
There's a swallow.
It's a swallow, yeah.
I don't know if it's African or
It's
European.
African. It's
Is it
definitely an
Sarisian or Aurelian?
Sarisian.
Suggesting that coconuts migrate.
Ken will
Coconuts
start
migrate.
taking his dagger and flaking off things with the coconut and just eating. He's not really concerned about where the coconut came from.
It is very sweet. It's delicious.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Spring is used to this. This like tastes just like home. I wish I knew where it came from. So she'll
I
start
assume a
eating.
bird.
Was there? I didn't see a bird. I would have seen a
Well,
bird.
I mean, they're
surely.
pretty fast though, right? Birds are pretty fast.
Nothing else
Are
of
they?
interest occurs on your watch.
Carrying coconuts.
Ken will throw away the evidence off the side of the boat before he
Okay.
goes and wakes up. The next
Spring
watch.
spends fully the next like part of the watch trying to like calculate like the wind speed of like what bird could possibly have done and is like doing all these calculations.
Okay.
But does she leave the
Swallow
evidence so that they know we ate a coconut
No,
without them?
she will also throw overboard, but distractedly. She'll like have left it there, and Ken can like throw it overboard.
Yeah, he'll-
She's very
he'll throw it
distracted
over.
trying to like do
He
her
doesn't want-
coconut.
He doesn't want the rest of the crew to know that they ate a coconut without him. So
Okay. I
He'll
told
fall
you.
asleep thinking about this.
I told you it was a weird table. Okay, Griffix. You are awakened for your watch. Do you take it below deck or above deck?
I'm going to be on a slow patrol. I'm just going to be having trouble keeping my eyes open, so I kind of like got to keep moving.
Okay.
So to trust, I've got my arms clasped behind my back. Is the boat rocking a lot?
The sky is clear. The wind is smooth. It's not that unsteady. It's pretty easy to navigate.
All right, cool. Because I don't know if I'd be really good at catching myself if all of a sudden, But anyway,
We'll find out what the table rolls. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception. Do you have dark vision?
120 feet of it.
Then roll me that dark vision. Roll me just a perception straight.
That's so many feet.
It's a lot of feet.
I know. It's the dark. I forget, dark elf touched or shadow touched.
Yeah,
Shadow
you
touch.
got
But
it.
either way. So perception, you said?
Yes.
And I always end up rolling performance by accident. There it is. Okay, normal.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, all 120 feet in action right there.
Good job.
As you are kind of walking, you suddenly are aware of the dwarven merchant who's near you.
Oh no.
He's like walking near you, and he says, "This is my first time doing anything unsavory. And you struck me as the type to maybe be on the far side of that sort of thing."
There was a time. But what happens is you don't always get to choose what side you're on.
That's true. Which side would you be on? Right now, if you could choose. If your life was different.
God. If I think too much about the theoretical, hypothetical, it can get overwhelming. Just got to take it one day at a time. This is where I am, and you know what? This is an amazing place to be. Look at it's beautiful out there.
He looks out and he says, "It's flat. Water. Can't really see anything, at least not to my eyes."
Okay, look, there's nothing. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not worried about it.
I couldn't sleep. I'm sorry for pestering you.
No worries. Why are you doing it then? You seem so uncomfortable with your actions.
Have you ever heard the Silvermane name before? You can roll history if you want. You can say no, or you can roll to see if yes.
Put some. I like knowing things.
With a 12. Silvermane is a name that has come across your ears before. Kind of in the context of like high-end goods. That's all you get, though.
Well, your family's always been in the business of high-end goods. Definitely seems like a high-end good to me. What's the difference? I mean, is that why you're doing it? Is it because you travel in quality wares?
Well, you know how to flatter a merchant, that's for sure. But no. My family's in a bit of trouble, and the right sort of person that can help me is in trouble themselves. And this shipment's supposed to be the first key to fix a lot of problems.
That sounds like a great reason. I think you're doing the right thing.
I hope you're right. Because if I'm wrong, and you're wrong, then maybe a lot of people will get hurt. And I don't want that to happen.
Sometimes people get hurt when you don't do anything.
You're right about that. Roll me a D100.
Another coconut.
I'm gonna miss out on all the coconut.
Aside from your conversation with Archie, your watch passes without incident. At least not that you could see.
All right.
There's a crack in 10 feet to the left. I just missed.
Yes, because my excellent perception roll.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you eventually do part, the trader does. I'm going to try and go get some sleep. I hope you do the same. You, I assume, go awaken Scythe.
Yep.
Okay, Scythe. It's your watch.
I don't think I have dark vision.
Oh.
Not on my sheet.
Forged do not have dark vision, so
Yeah.
unless you had a thing that gave you it, it's dark.
I don't believe so. It's
Okay.
dark.
So you're up
That's
on the
very
deck. You can see the waters illuminated around the boat by the lanterns, but you're rolling perception at disadvantage.
This is, as you know, not my best skill.
I'm aware. You rolled your passive, okay.
That's funny.
You actually have rolled the best perception tonight.
Oh, that is also funny.
Yes, it is. Is there anything you're doing on your watch?
God, guys.
Brooding. Mostly just brooding.
Roll me a D100.
Roll for brood.
Roll me another D100.
Oh no.
We're all very mid today.
Yep.
Here we go.
74.
I think that periodically during her watch, when she's not looking over the side at the water, she's pulling out the mask and just kind of turning it over in her hand and like clicking her fingers, the metal against the mask. Not really doing anything, but just fiddling with it.
Hang on. Okay. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Oof. Yikes.
Okay, Scythe.
Turns out wisdom, not really my thing.
Okay. Hold on a minute.
See, when I saw the 49, I just thought it was going to be another coconut.
It was 51.
Oh, that's something else.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. You see the mask as you're looking down at it. It's as though the branches of the mask mimic your face. It's as though it's emoting the same way you are, just a look of discernment, puzzle, frustration, tiredness, maybe a little gloom, a lot of emotions to read on a wooden mask made of branches looking up into your eyes. And as you look at the mask, you suddenly remember a whole lot more. Which I'm trying, while I'm speaking, to pull up the music that would fit for this. There we go.
Aw.
Scythe, you find yourself standing in the moonlit courtyard of an ancient city. You know the name of this city, but you can't place it. It's on the tip of your tongue. The architecture is tall, vivid. Seems as though it depicts all sorts of flowers and smooth carvings into marble, and it reaches high above you. As you look around, the air is thick with tension as the spires around you shimmer, casting long shadows that seem to be reaching out to ensnare you. You remember doing something about it. You remember raising your hands, pulling down radiant light from the moon, it burning the shadows as they twisted up around you. And as you look at the moon, it gleaming like a precious metal up in the sky, you remember the name of the city. It's long abandoned. It was abandoned when you went there. Silver Moon. It's a name that meant something to you. A lot to you. But you can't remember what, or why, or even where it was. But you remember that courtyard, and you remember burning the shadows as they tried to reach for you. As long as you stood in that courtyard, suddenly you're back on the boat, back looking down at the mask. Please roll me a d10.
Ooh. Bad.
As your hand, the gauntleted hand that is you, runs over the face of the mask, you notice the nails on the gauntlet are painted various shades of purple.
Okay.
That is what you rolled on the weird magic table. The
You got a
memory
manicure?
was your wisdom save.
Okay. There's a moment where Scythe is holding this mask, and she's sitting there on the deck of the ship with her prettily manicured gauntlet. And she stands up and she almost throws the mask into the sea. And then she stops and she puts it back in her bag.
Okay. You look around, alarmed at your sudden standing. The lizard folk, first mate, is looking at you. He's on the steps just above you on the deck, and he says,
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry for startling Big Metal Lady.
Scythe just slowly sits back down again and just whoops under the deck.
seeing that as his key that he can now move, the lizard folk continues on with what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Our last watch. After all that happened, that is all that you experienced during your watch.
Does the paint stay? Does the polish stay on my nails?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
Is it just on one hand though?
No, it's on both hands.
Okay.
And it goes through all the hues of purple, from a dark, almost blue violet on your thumb, all the way up to a pale lavender on your pinky.
It's
Love
a
it.
very classy set of polish that you would never do. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Dang.
You
Fabulous.
rolled
Sounds convenient.
Oh, yeah,
it.
cute.
You rolled a 10 on Roy G. Biv. Okay. So, at the end of your watch, you go and awaken our last watch, which is Dahl and Sylvie.
Mm.
There are
Welcome,
much
welcome.
weirder things on this table. You guys
I
have
can't
rolled
wait.
some pretty mild stuff.
We're gonna roll
Thank
something
goodness.
weird, aren't we, doll?
Maybe. Dog gets up and immediately goes to look around, like look out onto the sea to see if anybody is coming up on him.
Roll perception.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
Please do. Oh, my perception's pretty good. Oh, not when I
Hot
rolled out
garbage.
though. Fuck. Okay, well I was
Are you
slightly better
proficient
than
in
that.
it? Can't you roll not below a certain number?
No, that's only on insight.
Oh.
It's not reliable talent. It's an inquisitive thing. I don't have reliable talent yet.
Well, with a 17 doll and a 6 Sylvie, neither of you see anything approaching on the water.
I think Sylvie rolled so badly because she's kind of like propped against the railing of the ship, and she's actually looking directly at Doll and not out actually at the ocean. And when Doll finally like finishes panning the horizon and like looks just far enough that he catches eyes with Sylvie, she like waves and says, "Hey, buddy." So
Hey.
I got a question for you.
All right. Can you just ask it? Why are you being weird?
I don't know.
All right, what's up?
Is there like a weird thing? Like I'm picking up like a weird vibe between you and the prince. Am I like right there? Like I feel like I don't know if
What?
like it's just simple as you like find him annoying.
Yeah, I don't care. What?
But well, so like you know how he's kind of been like low-key racist about me and being like
Oh.
a Triton. Oh,
And
I'm just prefacing this because like I'm not racist, but like is there like something there with him being like a full wood elf, you being like a half? Is
I
like is
don't
that
know.
racist to ask?
No, it's fine. Listen, I don't care.
Like, are you concerned that he's like your prince and like,
What? No.
well,
I don't know any elves, Sylvie. I grew up in
you don't know
August.
any elf?
My mom was a human.
Uh,
Didn't get to meet my dad.
okay, but like presumably he's an elf.
Yeah, I presume.
What if Prince Ken is your dad? What if? Because I know he looks young, but I heard like elves live a long time, and like I can see sort of a resemblance. Like you're both
What?
you both got like hair.
Now who's being racist, Sylvie?
Sorry, I just so like does he bother you?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't care for elves necessarily, but he seems okay. I've had to work with worse people.
I mean like Springs, like an elf, kind of.
Springs
How
a
you feel
half
about
elf.
that? Yeah, like you.
I don't know. I have no feelings about Spring's genetic makeup.
So, like half elves are fine with you, but you feel kind of like weird with full elves because like your dad. Like, do you want to like unpack that?
I mean, yeah, Sylvie, let's get into it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Props her chin.
So, did you see anything?
What?
You hear of a spyglass being put away, and Captain Juno is up above you on the helm, and she says, "What the fuck did I just listen to?
Well, why were you eavesdropping, ma'am?
You're loud."
Shit.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. No,
You
Sylvie,
hear the
it's
clopping as hooves leave.
how the fuck? That was weird, right?
Yeah. Like, well, mind
I
your own
get it.
business, lady. Like, come on.
Seriously. No, it's fine. Listen, he seems fine. I mean, he's clearly not a prince, but
Well, he said he
whatever.
was. And you said you didn't grow up with elves, so like maybe he is a prince.
Wait, insight check. Does Sylvie believe him?
Roll an insight.
Oh no! Oh, I can't roll less than a 17 anyway. Whatever, it's 17.
She's tilting on the side of like maybe he's a prince. Like
How
I
are
don't know
you-
elves, and you don't know elves.
I know that guy's not a fucking prince.
Why not?
Have you ever met a prince, Sylvie?
No, but like he's got like a good bone structure. I figure that's kind of like a prerequisite for royalty.
You've got good bone structure.
She kind of blushes a little bit. She's a little bluer. Well, I'm not a prince.
Alright, well, good. I'll mark that down for you.
Yeah, oh, I don't actually know how Tritons do things, so
Yeah, clearly, what's up with that?
what's up
You
with
can
what?
swim, right?
I've done it before. I haven't
Alright.
spent a lot of time around water, so
Okay.
more on
I haven't
land.
spent a lot of time around water. I haven't
Yeah.
spent a lot of time around liars.
I'm not lying. Do we seem like I'm lying?
No, I meant Hard K is lying.
Oh,
and you're
right.
clueless.
Okay, well, that's an assumption.
On
He
which
might be a
part?
I don't actually know. That heart. Wait. That I'm clueless. Yeah, I'm not clueless.
Where'd you come from? Where are you from? Who are you?
I grew up near Crosshatch.
Okay.
And Arbara. Kind of. Well, it's kind of between like Nosvidania and Arbara. And
Like in the
around
woods?
there. No, like it's a town. I grew up at a temple
Oh.
that my dad runs. I mean, where do you
Oh.
think I got the? You know, she kind of gestures to her paladin attire, like I was raised in the faith.
Damn. I think that you may overestimate how curious most people are about other people.
Really?
I hadn't really thought about it.
About me or about the prince?
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight check. Insight check.
Insight.
Get an insight check.
Okay.
17.
No, he's thought about him.
He doesn't care.
I mean, what are you checking to see if he's telling the truth about?
Yeah. To see if you really don't give a shit.
She gives a
Oh,
shit.
give a shit? No, he doesn't give a shit.
Oh, well, Sylvie kind of looks a little put out, and she's like, well, I mean, I think you're interesting. I'd like to know more about you. It's fine. It doesn't have to be mutual.
I mean, I wanted to know. That's why I asked. I just hadn't sat around concocting a
about
fucking backstory for you in my head.
About yourself or about?
About you.
Oh, you weren't thinking about like what's going on with me?
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah. No, I thought didn't we start with this with you, with your dad, your issues?
No.
Like, why is this
definitely
back
not.
on me? Like, I felt like I brought that up, and you just kind of like sidestepped that, and like the horse lady got involved.
Yeah, she did. She was weird. I wasn't really gonna tell you anything. I was just fucking with you.
Oh, wait. So was that a lie?
I mean, you could call it a joke.
Your dad?
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know him.
Can I get
Sylvie
a?
just kind of scratches the back of her head.
I need a D100.
You can do it all.
Okay. 65.
Just one above, I think, what Griffiths rolled.
We're all in a...
With your decent perception roll, and it is now light, by the way. It's like maybe 8 in the morning. You see that clouds are coming in. Weather is getting harsher, but nothing of interest happens on your watch.
Okay.
Maybe it'll rain.
Fucking kill you.
Okay, yeah, so,
Everyone can click the
Good
long
watch.
rest button.
Yeah, good talk.
I learned a lot about you, doll.
I mean, didn't you?
I...
No.
I found out you have parents, which, believe it or not, most people do. I'll get more out of you. She's gonna lightly, like, tap him on the shoulder with her, like, fist bump.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't think it's appropriate, but I just want to be the first one to point out that this is a Ken doll rivalry we have going on here.
No.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Fantastic.
yikes!
Wow. Wow.
Oh, sorry.
The stars aligned for that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't realize when I named him. Fuck, I'm sorry.
We didn't think about it. We knew not what we did.
I just
Amazing.
thought Ken would be funny.
It is.
It is.
funny.
And it is.
Yeah.
We got hard K out of it.
Yeah, I was like, you're hard K now.
Just waiting for Special K.
Oh, God damn it. All right. Well,
That's only
Nope,
when he does
nope.
something special. Don't worry.
Hard K is still funny.
Okay.
Ah.
Anyway,
Mhm.
I need another... No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong table. I need a D8.
can I do it this time?
Sure.
Yay! 5.
5.
Oh no, I don't know what's
Okay.
happening, but Echo's face is funny.
Okay, I need a D4. Same person.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right. 2.
Lastly, I need a D6.
Oh wow.
You're so needy. 3.
All the dice.
Egg.
Odds or evens, Ben?
Odds because I'm odd.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. You have officially sailed for a couple days.
Okay.
Over the voyage, the weather gets worse and worse. The clear skies that you started with becomes rain, which becomes high winds and rain, which becomes stormy. On the second evening, you're all wet all the time. The boat is constantly taking on water and constantly having it bailed out. It is unpleasant, to say the least. One moment here. As the boat gets harder and harder to be sailing upon, it is at about 8 o'clock on your third night of travel that suddenly the waves are coming in hard. I need dexterity saves from everyone.
Oh no.
Is anyone close enough to me to benefit from my aura?
We could say everybody is.
Sure.
Aw.
+5 to everybody. Dex saves?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh,
Is
I
this
rolled
something-
real well.
Is this something that I can see coming?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the effect. Sylvie's not usually good at dex things, but she's really thriving in this environment because ocean.
Well, I'm really glad that was at advantage.
Oh, it's at advantage or
No.
No, just
only
for me.
Only for
Just-
Sai.
Wow.
It's
But
plus
everybody
5
gets
though.
+5.
Yeah, that's after the +5.
Oh shit.
Spring and Griffix.
I didn't add the +5 in the thing, so I got a 13 if it helps. No.
That is a failure.
All right.
So does
Thank you,
Scythe
Emily.
also fail?
Bye.
Yeah, Scythe also fails. The three of you are suddenly knocked off your feet and you are tumbling down the side of the deck as it is suddenly upturned to the point where it's almost 45 degrees and you are looking down into the water. All of you are rolling away. Those of you who succeeded on your dexterity saves, Sylvie, Doll, Ken, you managed to grab onto something on the far deck where you were up near the board rails where you saw a wave coming in. You managed to grab hold, but you watch as three of your allies suddenly are tumbling down the deck away from you. You have an action. Those of you who are not falling.
My gosh. How far away are they?
At the moment of me asking, 15 feet.
Water walk. And everyone I can see.
Nice.
Okay.
I could just do that.
How many targets?
Up to 10 I can see. Within
So
30 feet.
Your whole party?
Yep.
You cast Water Walk on.
And 4 crew if they're in range.
Let's see. First mate Beaks is in range.
Hey, Scab.
Okay.
Scab's good.
Scab has Waterwalk, as do the other half of your party. As you all are tumbling down, you suddenly feel a tingling in the soles of your feet, which might mean something. In the meantime, you're rolling. I need the three of you to make strength saving throws.
At least they won't drown. Hey.
I'm not sure what I could do. I can't let go, so.
Natural 20 for
Whoa.
Griffix, 17 for Scythe,
Nice.
and 21 for... Yeah. The three of you, as you are suddenly cast down the deck and you're falling, you manage to grab onto the other side of the board rails. Even though your bodies are cast out over the side of the ship, you are holding on, and you are not thrown overboard. But the storm is coming in harder and harder. All of you get back onto the vessel, managing to get maybe closer into the masts. The entire crew is just trying to tie themselves and everything else down. Any ideas?
Tie yourself down.
Sure.
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
I
Let's
would
do
like
that.
to help with that.
Yeah, I'll help anybody who looks like they're struggling if I can.
Okay. Survival checks from anybody tying. Who is not proficient in survival?
I am not.
Okay, Doll, you got your work cut out for you. A
I'm
lot of people
proficient.
seem like they're struggling.
In
Sylvie
boat
doesn't
and
look
survival.
Too upset about this whole
Wait, no, I
ordeal.
am.
She's kind of like dancing with
Okay.
the waves as they rock the ship because she's not afraid for her life.
Can I?
Side is pretty good at survival, and she's gonna help Ty.
Okay.
She's gonna help who?
Aye, she said.
She's gonna tie. She's gonna
Help tie. Okay.
Okay, so in this case with the assistants, Ken, roll me it with advantage. Waiting on rolls from Sylvie and
Sylvie's
Spring.
not tying down. She's enjoying herself.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Having a great time.
Good
Every
job,
time
Ken.
like the ship dips down with a wave, she jumps up to get a little bit higher, like to take advantage of that gravity.
Sure.
She's having a great time.
All right. Well, so Scythe and Doll. Okay, Spring, what are you doing?
Can I? Is there a way that I can sort of like try to predict where things are coming from, like where, like what direction the waves
The
might go in? or
enormous
something?
waves are coming from the left to the right.
Okay. Is there a way that I could, like, I don't know, use my high intelligence somehow to sort of like direct which ones to tie up first or something, like which ones are the most in trouble? This is me not in real life not having a good sense of exactly this.
So when the ship is dealing with a wave and it's at risk of toppling or sending people overboard, it's all happening at once. So, no.
Okay, fair. I guess I'll just help tie things. I'll help tie things then, even though I'm not proficient in survival, because I don't know. I don't
Are
know what else
you
to do.
tying yourself down?
Yes.
That's what you checked. Yeah.
Okay. If you are tying yourself down, then you're not able to move because you're tied down.
Okay.
So at the moment, Doll is not tied down. Scythe is not tied down. Sylvie is not tied down.
Help Sylvie.
Oh no, guys! Woo! Having a great time.
I think she's okay, man.
If this is what the ocean is like, I'm so sad I've been missing out.
Yeah, that tracks.
Everyone who is not tied down needs to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 19.
Is anyone nearby me?
Your aura's 10 feet?
Yep.
One person.
I don't need it.
I'll give it to Scythe. Oh, yeah, +5 and then advantage because she's a barb.
Heck yeah.
Well, I didn't sort of succeed, but
Bye, Sylvie.
flying off the ship.
Here's what happens. And the reason why the DC was 19.
Oh shit. I
Uh-oh.
was laughing in the face of Nier, and Nier laughed back.
Maybe a little. A wave so enormous lifts the heron up out of the water.
What?
And there is a good 10 seconds before the boat back into the water, and all of you are cast off your feet. Those of you not tied down, you are nearly sent overboard just by the boat bouncing up back into you. Sylvie, the boat leaves your feet. And as the boat continues on, the wind pushing it furiously fast, you bounce off the side of the ship.
Ow.
And then the next thing you see is just blue darkness. You have water walk on. Do you
I
resist
do.
going underwater?
Yeah, I'd rather bob up.
No, when you hit the water.
Oh, I don't want to hit like concrete. No, I.
Okay. In that case,
Ouch.
yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, I
so
get you, I
to
get
have an idea of where the boat is after you've been submerged violently and suddenly, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm so smart, guys. I mean, wise. Ooh, I rolled really bad, but it's still a 14.
14. For 5 seconds, you don't even know which way is up. You are submerged, and though the fact that you can breathe underwater means that you're not in any real trouble, you swim straight up as fast as you can until you realize you're not swimming up. And you sort yourself out, then finally manage to swim up, and as you do, the boat's already 70 feet from you.
Yikes! Shit, guys! I fucked up!
While that happens, aboard the boat is getting thrashed. The waves are crashing into it, and suddenly, the waves are hitting it harder than even before, as if there is something in the waves slamming into the sides of the boat.
As soon as Ken realizes that we've lost somebody overboard, he is going to unhook his lyre and do a little strum, and out of the strum of his strings, dancing lights are gonna appear and then go up to try to make some
Like
sort
a
of beacon
flare.
at least.
Okay.
To
Smart.
help.
Okay, I like that. You create light that kind of help everybody keep track of what is happening where. Sylvie, as the water's crashing over you in these heavy waves, you see lights appear suddenly above the boat as you're swimming towards it. What's your swim speed?
Sorry,
Sylvie,
what did you say? You cut out a little bit.
what is your swimming speed?
It's my. Well, I'm pretty sure it's my walking speed.
So 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
With
you
it,
can,
I would be dashing. of
you can
course.
action
You
dash.
can action dash. Yeah.
I need you to make a con save. Because if you action dash more than 3 times in a row, you risk exhaustion. You succeed. You're trying to keep up with the boat. You're just behind it, though the distance is getting bigger. The
Can I
boat's
see
speed
her?
is changing. No. Not from where you are.
I'm a
I'm
little
gonna
blue blob.
I'm going to handle what's happening on the boat in a moment. Sylvie,
Yay.
you're not on the boat. Roll me perception.
It was such
What's
a
in
good
the
idea.
water, Sylvie?
Natural 1.
Oh,
Oh no!
You don't know?
I mean, I don't have a reroll, but I would take one.
Yeah, take mine. Take mine.
Yay.
Take initiation.
It's like everybody
Thank
looks
you
at
for your
Emily.
Generous donation. Perception?
Perception.
Oh, way better. 19. Thank you.
With a 19, you see that the waves that are crashing into this caravel, into the heron, they don't look like normal waves. You haven't been on the water for that long, but these waves look almost pointed, as if they are shaped by something. It looks as though the lashes of something is controlling the water and slamming them into the sides of this ship,
They found
like
us.
enormous whips.
Ooh, we're in trouble. Can I, like, look out to see if I can spot anything that could potentially be controlling these? Like, anything on the horizon that isn't us?
With a 19 in perception, The storm is impossible to see very far through. To your left, and the direction the ship's kind of getting slammed in, you see a darkness on the horizon that could be clouds, it could be land, it could be anything. To your right, you just see more winding, roaring waves. You can't tell. You don't see another vessel. You don't see another entity. You just see the heron getting thrashed and slammed. Meanwhile, aboard the heron, everyone who's tied down, you don't have to roll for this. Everyone who's not, roll me dexterity saves.
Okay.
Without Sylvie.
Yes, sorry. I'm currently damp.
Scythe, that's success. Doll, that's a
I
failure.
mean, I have uncanny dodge.
That's good. Suddenly,
Can I
an
dodge this
enormous blue tendril made of water surges up over the side of the boat and slams down onto the deck between you. The deck boards of the boat between where you are tied down crack and break as the boards are slammed together. Splinters of wood go flying, and Scythe, you manage to roll to the side before any of them hit you. Doll, the enormous water tentacle slams into you and slams you onto the deck. You take
I can't dodge it. I can see it.
uncanny dodge lets you failed, so it lets you take half damage,
Okay.
which is good. You would take 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
I will take 11.
All of you see this, and the boat, it doesn't look good. The boat is suddenly thrust to the side, and the left side of the boat, all of its port side is suddenly thrust into the water, and water crashes up over the sideboards. Everyone who's tied down, who cannot breathe underwater, I don't think any of you can, except for the one wearing the manta. Okay.
I got it.
She has to pull her hood up, doesn't she?
I was literally about to be like, I'm gonna pull my hood up.
You can do it. Griffix, Ken. Both of you roll me a con save, please.
A little waterboarding in the morning. Damn, Griff.
Yeah. I'm gonna fail. You gotta fail well.
It's true.
You want a reroll for that, Griff?
No.
That work.
Am I dead now?
No, you're not dead.
You usually get a little bit more of a chance than that, unless.
Yeah,
you're
that's what I was
Claudia.
thinking. I didn't.
You're
maybe
not
it's-
suddenly dead, don't worry. Okay. As the boat gets slammed with another enormous water tentacle, it's almost broken in two. The deck is completely destroyed down the middle.
We are missing some Banus there, my folks.
Yeah. What you see with that successful con save, Ken, you see the crew, those that have tied down, a lot of them are just holding on for dear life. You see the captain is throwing boats over the side of the edges, and she calls out, "Abandon ship, it's a Leviathan!"
Oh.
What do you do?
Did we fucking roll this?
Griffix, you are suddenly submerged. You cannot see anything. You cannot hear anything. You are underwater, and you're tied down.
E.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's my turn with the manta clip.
What is your Constitution modifier, Griffix?
Oh my god.
+2.
You can survive underwater without air for 3 minutes, so long as you don't do anything that expends it.
I am not tied down, and I knew where he was. Can I?
You are pinned to the deck by a giant water tentacle.
Pinned?
It's
Yeah.
still
I-
on ya.
How close am I to him?
Who?
So
To Griffix.
You are tied down.
But can I can untie myself.
You can untie yourself. You're just also underwater. The cloak of the manta ray is helping you see.
Okay.
You can see Griffix is currently struggling. He's tied down maybe 10 feet from you.
Can I?
Can I
We're not
rage
in
it?
initiative
Oh,
or
sorry.
anything. We're not in initiative. Can I untie myself, swim to him, and cast a spell?
Yeah, what was your survival check to tie yourself down?
Good question.
Uh-oh. is pretty high.
I'll use a knife and cut myself.
While she's searching for that, Scythe, what did you want to do?
I want to rage and stab the tentacle that is holding him down with my glaive.
Go ahead, make an attack.
Thanks, bestie.
Ken's action is going to be to try to use his dagger to slice through his own ropes.
Okay, roll an attack. Rope
I
has an
maybe
AC
never
and
actually-
hit points.
I maybe never actually made a thing, so I clearly didn't tie myself down very well.
Do I get any actions to free myself or anything?
In a moment. Hold on.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Good job, Ken.
Hell yeah.
You do it with a flourish.
While still holding his lyre.
Man,
Lyre.
should be
It
able
makes
to-
that a
Can't get
wall.
wet.
Roll
Pour
the damage
water
for your
walk
crit on that rope.
Nice. Don't stab yourself, Ken.
I don't know how to roll the damage.
So click damage
here.
underneath the dagger, and then click critical hit.
Is there a? I'm sorry, I should know this, but I usually use D&D Beyond. Is
Mhm.
there a way to make the raid start?
No, you just account for that.
Okay.
Add 2.
Got it.
Okay. The rope has 5 hit points. Ken, you cut through it. You're free.
Good job, Ken.
Uh,
You're enough.
You are Knuff. Griffix, you are currently submerged, and you failed that con save, which means that there is a moment where you are just stunned. You're shocked for a moment. So for a hesitation, what is Griffix thinking as he is submerged?
Do I know the whole ship's underwater? This is like a little long grave, but is it like, do I know that the ship's going under?
No, you don't. You can't hear anything because you're submerged. You suspect it's probably not good for the ship.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a far assumption, I think.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Yeah, this part of ship is supposed to be above the water, and it's no longer that's the case.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
then I guess I know enough to start untying myself and abandon ship.
I'd say you could put that together.
Cool. And
So that's what you're thinking about? You're like, well, this has gone badly.
yeah.
It's up, as some might say.
Okay. We'll come back to you in just a minute, where you can start worrying about freeing yourself.
Oh, I'm already worried
Can
about
I,
that.
Okay. Spring? What?
can I untie myself? I didn't roll well on survival. It's clearly I didn't tie the ropes too well. I am happy to
You
try
had
to
advantage
cut myself
because
off.
Doll helped you.
Oh right.
Yeah, it did help. Unfortunately, I am proficient.
Okay. You can choose to try and cut through them, or you can choose to untie them.
Can I just untie them? Do I have
Yeah.
to make a roll?
You have to roll a survival DC 14.
Oh shit. I will try to untie them.
Okay.
You got this. This is like some very intense music for untying. I mean, I understand you're underwater. It is intense, but it's just like
Did a 14 hit?
No.
Okay, second attack because I have
Go ahead.
super action.
help me, Scythe.
Does a
Uh,
16 hit?
Are you attacking the rope?
Yeah, I'm just trying to I'm just trying to like cut through it so I can get to Griffiths.
Yeah, 16 hits the rope. Go ahead and roll damage. Side of
very
24
dodgy
hits.
rope.
6.
Rope has an AC of 15. I didn't pick that. That's just what it is. 6 points of damage. You cut through the rope.
Okay, I'm gonna swim, I guess, over to with my cloak of the Mentor. I'm gonna swim over to Griffiths and I'm gonna cast air bubble on him.
Hold that thought. Scythe has just struck the tentacle with a weapon. Scythe, roll damage.
Doll's just getting waterboarded.
12 points of damage. Okay, hold on.
I've seen this anime before.
Okay. Ooh, easy.
Suddenly, the water tentacle releases. It lifts up and away. Doll, you are free for the moment. Suddenly, the boat sorts back down upright, and Griffix, You are still tied in. Spring, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Did
no.
I get my spell though? Does he have air bubble on him?
This is happening at the same time, so no, you are getting launched right now.
I think Ken has to too because he just
Yep,
freed himself
you do,
too.
yes.
I am re-rolling that shit.
Okay.
Oh, the dice say no.
Ken with the natural 20s.
Yeah, Ken, you
A
feel the
motherfucking
boat
beast.
suddenly lift up, and you know what's going to happen. You just grab onto the guardrail as the entire boat.
Can he shoot his crossbow at the retreating tentacle with his natural 20 there? Because he had freed himself like a round ago, and then he had a good reaction. So can he?
Roll me a persuasion check.
We're upgrading hard K to special K right now.
You could do it, Special K. So high.
20.
So high.
Amazing.
I will
high.
say, yeah, you
Let him be cool.
instead of holding onto it with your arms, you lock your feet around the guardrails and manage to take a shot with your crossbow.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
hot.
cool.
Roll another natural 20.
Heck yeah, Special K.
Bring it. Bring it. That 19 works too.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Okay.
That was epic.
5 on the tentacle. Let's
That was
go.
amazing.
The crossbow bolt right into this enormous tentacle as it's retreating, and suddenly all of you just hear this horrible, resounding coming from underneath the boat.
Wait, just piss it off a little bit more.
There is a pause. The masts are still intact. The sails are still full. The boat is still moving. Griffix,
Can I? Sorry.
you are, for the moment, you're above water. You can see clearly as crew are like, they're climbing off of the boat and everyone pauses as everything is stopped for a second. You cast the air bubble on Griffix right as you were launched, Spring, by the boat righting itself. I need you to make a concentration check to get that spell off. DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Fine, I do.
Okay, Griffix, as you're alarmed and confused, suddenly a bubble of air appears around your head as you see Spring like
Bring it
land
sprung.
on the far side of the boat. Spring, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw to see if you can have the damage of this.
Sure can't. But I have water walk though. Does that help?
No.
I think you're hitting.
You're
the
landing on a
deck.
boat.
There. That's not gonna help.
You take
Ow.
10 points of blood. You take, 10 points of bludgeoning damage from getting launched across the boat, and your head punk into the other guardrail as you land. I need another concentration check from you to maintain the air bubble you just put on Griffix's head. DC's 10. You succeed.
11.
Okay. There is a moment where as the boat settles between the waves, and all of you can look around, and all of you realize Sylvie's not on the boat.
Don't worry about me.
I was gonna
Sylvie.
say, actually,
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
when Doll gets up from when the tentacle releases him, he actually does like run to the side of the boat where he saw Sylvie go over, and he's looking for her.
I
Yeah,
run
so
to
is-
the back of the boat,
Okay. As you're
and
running, roll me a perception check.
That's pretty good. 18.
It's pretty good.
Not 3.
very typical for Griffix. He never sees anything.
I'm
Lucky.
blue in an
Somehow.
ocean, to be fair.
Yeah.
How high is the side of the boat from above the ocean?
Oh, the side of the caravel from the water surface? About 20 feet.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I do see Sylvie.
How far away am
I
I?
got it. I
At
got
this
it.
point, it's been maybe It's been 2 turns, basically, Sylvie, as you're chasing after it. It's 90 feet from you.
Been an eventful 2 turns.
Oh, yeah.
Ken is gonna yell to stop the boat, like turn it around, and then he's gonna go running for the helm that he has no idea how to use, but he will turn it if he's allowed
I
to.
will turn this ship around.
As you yell, stop the boat, First Mate Beaks looks at you and says,
Okay.
and he runs up to the edge of the boat, and he yanks this enormous lever, and the anchor
Oh!
falls
job,
into
Scab.
the water. As the
Oh,
anchor is
Scab.
falling, I need one person to roll me a D100.
Not it.
I'll do it.
I will not be responsible.
Did
I
I
will
see
be.
anything with my perception check, Echo?
You saw Sylvie.
Oh, good. Okay, then Doll's like,
I'm
there
over
she is.
here.
I'm gonna, if there's time for this, I'm gonna look at Doll, and I'm gonna like take off the cloak, and hold it out to him and say, "You're the fastest swimmer."
Look at her. I'd be like, what do you want me to do with her? Find her.
Over the
Jump.
table. Do I know that I can walk on water
Yeah,
right
Yeah.
now?
you're aware. The spell's on you. You're aware of it.
Okay, so, all right, then I'm just gonna. I mean, Dalt points out where Sylvie is.
Here,
I-
take this rope.
I'll just take the
That's
rope
helpful.
and jump off
Thank
the
you.
fucking boat.
There we go.
I looked in my pack. I didn't have a rope, you guys. I was like, oh no, I'm the worst
I
rope.
didn't have it.
I do have rope.
Okay. You tie off. You are running towards Sylvie with a rope.
Yeah.
As
On the
the
water
anchor
surface.
hits, suddenly the entire
Oh.
boat.
My speed is
And just-
40 feet, by the way,
Okay.
not 30.
Noted. Suddenly, the boat, its entire left side where the anchor dropped, just down into the surface of the water. I need everyone to roll me another dexterity saving throw, except
You're
for
welcome, guys.
Sylvie and Scythe.
Because I jumped off.
Yes.
We got this, guys.
Did I take bludgeoning damage when I hit the water?
Yeah.
20
We're
foot
getting
drop?
there. We're getting there. Hang on.
Okay, sorry, I got
A
excited.
lot going on.
Damn, Ken.
I can roll amazing
Killing it.
again.
Yep. He's killing it.
Special killer.
Okay. Griffix.
Oh, Griffin!
See you guys.
Buddy, no.
Having a
You
very
can
bad
bubble, you'll
day.
be fine.
Yeah. Bubble, water walk. Yeah, what else do I need?
Kid it out, my guy.
Yeah.
Griffix.
As long as Emily doesn't lose concentration. Spring.
It's actually not a concentration spell.
Well, the boat
Oh.
is stopped now.
Air bubble isn't the concentration spell?
Griffix,
Oh, it
as
is
you're
not.
launched off the edge of the boat, you were running toward the back of it to see if you could see Sylvie, and the entire starboard side of the ship is suddenly lifted up, and you are catapulted off of the ship, and you are caught unawares. As you are airborne, you are flying away from the ship, out over the open water. You turn, not entirely of your own control, as you see the ship has reared to the side. It's pulled a full 90-degree turn, and you see the masts are creaking and protesting in the heavy winds. You see your allies on the surface of the ship holding on for dear life. You see Scythe jump out of the water, and as Scythe does, 4 massive watery tentacles up out of the water,
Going down, guys.
grasping the ship around the middle. And as you begin to fall, the last thing you see is the center of the ship get crushed down.
Like a
into the
soda
water.
can.
Oh no.
Oh, guys, we're not getting paid.
Griffix, you're still airborne as you're falling.
No sense in Misty stepping back onto this ship, huh?
You're not close enough to at this point.
Just
Scythe,
hang out.
the sounds of wood cracking behind you as you hit the water you suddenly are very aware of this looming noise right behind you as the heron is broken in two.
Aw, that's a lot of banasite. It's gonna be at the bottom of the ocean.
Sylvie,
Okay.
as you're swimming toward it, you see Scythe running towards you, and then your ship is split in twain.
Sylvie's gonna look at Scythe and say, I don't think that rope's gonna matter much now.
Untie the rope before he drags you under.
Is the rope tied to Scythe? Like the one that was
He tied
sticking in the
off.
ship?
She
So it's
tied it
around
to
her
the
waist.
ship.
Yeah. And it's
Okay.
around her waist.
Is it?
I think
That's
she
what she
was.
said.
Scythe, I
I
need
didn't
to
say
know
that,
if
no.
you... Okay, if you're just holding the
How did you
rope...
have time
I
to-
think she was just holding it because
Okay.
she was going to try to let. The plan was she was going to run out there and try to loop Sylvie with it, so that because that was what
Yeah.
she was thinking. So
Okay.
I don't think that she sandwiched her.
You said she
her-
grabbed it and ran.
So-
Yeah.
So.
Here is what happens. And I'm taking a narrative approach here, because when I made the Leviathan possible, I didn't really
we'd
think it would
actually roll it?
happen, but
Oh.
I did plan for this eventuality. So I just need a moment to open up a scene
Oh no.
that I didn't expect to need. Hold on.
We
I would say Sylvie would try to save a crew member if
man, you
she
had
could.
that lovely map of the ship and everything.
Yeah.
And then
These-
we
these
broke
things
it.
happen. Hold on.
I didn't
The
break it. I didn't
Leviathan
break it.
broke it. We didn't
This is
break it.
actually in 4 years. This is the second time I've been on a ship of Echoes that was taken down by a Leviathan. So maybe it's just me.
It was Echo's ship. That's who we blame then.
4 years is a long time.
It is.
And a lot of adventures.
It's just weird that it's happened twice.
Just, yeah, it happens. Okay, so. Sylvie and Scythe. You see the ship get dragged under. You see wood get tossed turbulently. And as the storm continues and presses, the only way you guys can see is to your left. It looks like there might be land in the distance.
Great.
Ken, Spring, and Doll. I need con
Yeah?
saves from the three of you.
Spring has put the cloak back on.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to squash your idea.
That's
Spring,
okay. I was
Spring.
gonna have a moment where she went and tried to like go save her, because they don't like each other.
Spring. You are the only one who remains conscious for this.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
As the boat is
Uh-oh.
sucked underwater, you find yourself suddenly unable to get off of it. As it is pulled, and you just see this enormous creature. It looks like a massive serpent with hundreds of tendrils running down it, is tossing the heron around. And you watch as the anchor is ripped from its moorings, the ship is cast aside, and what is left of it, you see, is hurled through the water. You feel as though you are just watching bubbles crash against your face for countless minutes. It's alarming and painful, and splinters and wood are crushing against your face. You take 23 points of slashing damage.
Did you say slashing or splashing?
Slashing.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Defensive field.
Okay. So you have some temp? Okay. Griffix, Scythe, and Sylvie, the ship is gone.
When I try to save a crew member.
Yeah, there's a little dinghy. You see that extremely injured, bleeding. The captain is on the dinghy with 3 other crew members.
Archie there.
Yes.
Oh. To save him.
He's on the boat.
Is
He's on this little
Scab
dinghy.
there?
You roll perception.
Scab can float though. He has water walk on him. He's the only one I could get.
That's true. Scab
Oh,
did
that's
have water
right.
walk.
Okay. Then
Carl
you
is
don't
22.
you don't see Beaks on the dinghy, but you do see him standing out in the water, very confused.
Okay.
Well,
Well, there were four crew members and the captain, right?
Yeah, there's 3 crew members, the captain,
And Scab.
Archibald, and Scab, who's not in the lifeboat. He's confused, looking around. And the waves are crashing all around him. It's not like he's just standing in water. It's still a storm. It's really hard to see what's happening.
Like the floor is moving.
Yeah,
So just to
Can
confirm,
we-
there's then 3 crew members that are missing, right?
correct.
Okay.
Can we try to find the boat and the people who were attached to it?
Scythe and Sylvie and Griffix, you don't see the boat. You don't see anybody else.
So we would swim down to see if she could see anything.
Roll perception.
Any sign of anybody? Can I keep my 22 perception?
Can I?
Spring, you're holding on for dear life.
Do we have people that are unconscious? Can I try to find them or get them?
Yeah, we're gone.
You don't know. Because you are aware that if you let go, you are going to be blendered.
Don't do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not letting go.
Rendered.
Okay.
So could I keep my 22 for my perception roll?
Sure.
Well, then I do. I look underwater.
You see an enormous creature.
Ah.
It is thrusting through the water away from you
Oh no.
towards that landmass.
Are there any people in the water below that aren't attached to that ship?
They don't look alive.
She would still go get them.
Okay.
I mean, she can't
yeah.
keep up with a Leviathan, I'm sure, but she
You
can
find
swim down.
3 crew members that are slowly sinking. With your swim
Shoot.
speed, you can catch up to them. They are in various states of extreme death.
Yeesh, she'd still get them.
Okay. You collect them.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was looking to see if there was any way that I could use aspect of the wolf to try to track, but I don't think it works on the water.
It doesn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just think that Scythe is looking for any signs of her teammates, but I don't think that there's
Roll perception.
really any. It would have to be perception.
Yes.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
Speak with animals. You got it, Sam.
See, there was investigation, but never mind. It doesn't matter. I rolled shit. There's a storm.
Yeah, you don't. The only thing you can see really is the storm and the 2 allies that you are aware of. How long does water walk last?
An hour.
An hour.
Okay.
You guys should probably get to land.
So
We
is
should
Doll,
totally-
are Doll, Ken, and Spring attached to the ship that was carried away?
You don't see them in the water.
Shit. Spring. I'm not Spring. Sylvie comes up and stands on the water with these corpses.
They have been brutally crushed and have various, like, pieces of the ship through them.
Ooh.
It went that way, by the way. We should go now. Like,
Well, we need to get to land.
yeah, it went toward land. That's where I'm pointing.
Oh,
So that way.
sorry, I didn't realize that you were pointing in the direction that land was.
Yes.
Are there any large pieces of wooden blossoms that are floating nearby?
Oh yeah. There's
Can I-
lots
so-
of debris.
Can I just, like, as I'm walking, I'd like to just sort of hook a hand onto some of the wooden blossoms so that when water walk runs out, if I haven't got to land, I'll have a floaty.
Sure.
That-
What are you doing,
that was
Griffix?
That sounds like a great idea. I'd grab less wood than Scythe. But
Sure.
yeah, same idea.
Okay. As
I mean-
the 2 of you, gather debris and begin to walk towards the landmass, the storm throwing you about as you do.
Still-
What do you do with the bodies?
So I actually had an idea. So she goes to the dinghy.
With the captain.
Yeah, and I'm like, here you go.
Like, they're
And,
struggling to row.
Yeah, and I
And
just dump the body.
The captain looks at you and she says, "Thank you for gathering them."
Yeah. So wait, Scythe, come here. We could push the boat. Run
Yeah.
behind it. Push it. Help
Sylvie.
steer it.
Sylvie.
What?
You have transcription paper.
Right.
Sylvie.
What?
As you reach for your bag, it is missing.
No. Oh no.
No, you bitch. Was it when I was yeeted?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
So she says right, looks at her side and looks back and says, no.
Hit.
Yeah. So help me push Grivix. Come on.
Yeah, sure. I've
We're
got
gonna, like-
a magic hand. I'll use that.
We're gonna
also.
start. We're gonna start helping move the dinghy towards land, I guess.
Okay, while you're doing that,
Do that. Oh, you too, Scab.
while you're doing that, Ken, you are suddenly slammed awake by a hard rock to the back of your head. It hurts.
He's gonna immediately start cussing. Fuck!
Your lungs are full of water. Everything hurts.
Okay, it doesn't come out as fuck then. It comes out as
Doll, you are suddenly aware you're face down in water.
Ugh.
Your mouth is full of salt. You can't breathe.
Am I underwater?
No, you're floating on top of it for some reason.
Then I'll turn so I can breathe.
Okay.
So I look
Spring.
up at like a sky.
No. Well, yes, but it's dark and cloudy. You can't really see what you're looking at. But in your peripheral, you see wood.
Yeah.
And over the side of it, you see Spring
Oh.
wrapped up in rope. And basically stuck to the side of the boat. This is what the three of you see.
Can I have vision?
Well,
No.
No.
we don't see it. We're not there.
Oh.
I don't have a token on that scene.
Correct.
Yeah,
not
he
here.
won't let us see because we're not
No.
there. Boo.
So I can't see Ken either at the moment.
When you get up and look around,
Yeah.
he's out of your view. So I'm afraid you are limited. Oh, sorry, you're not hurt enough. There you go.
I gotta
can-
hurt you more.
Oh.
That's good.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm very hurt.
Yes, you are. All three of you are. You've awakened. You hear the sounds of the heavy waves off in the distance, but you can see the remains of the ship near you, and you can hear what you think is likely. You kind of recognize the timbre of Ken coughing a distance away.
Okay.
as soon
Spring,
as
you're
Ken,
awake. You just can't move.
as soon as Ken stops coughing, he's gonna look for his leer.
Let's
How
see.
cruel is Echo?
Your leer is still fastened on your back.
Nice.
Do I have
Nice.
my backpack, my pack?
Doll. Let me check.
Mhm.
No.
I'm so dexterous. Damn it.
Oh my god.
He didn't look for his leer for no reason. He does unsing it and then once again strum a little bit to create 4 torches that go up in the air. Just, above
like
his head.
Okay, there he is. Okay. Doll will get to his feet and stagger towards Spring to try and free her from. Does she look trapped?
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. Spring is
Okay.
all bound up. She's stuck to the railing where her hands are around it, and all of the loose rope from the mast, which has fallen over her, is
Oh God.
tangled up around her.
Shit.
before
Doesn't
Doll
look-
gets to me, can I try to just cast Thunderwave to break some shit and free myself?
To Does that require somatics?
Oh, it probably does, so that might not work. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, it does, so there's
Okay,
no way.
so your hands are bound up and you basically go, and it doesn't, nothing happens. You cannot cast a spell.
Can I get to her? Can I
Yeah.
climb up?
Roll me athletics.
My no hit points. Okay. Athletics. Oh, can it be acrobatics? Dang.
No.
Ken seeing, doll.
Well, I got a
Like,
natural
oh.
20 for a 19.
Wait, I can help.
You can walk on the water, in fact.
Yeah, come on, man.
He's gonna follow with his lights. Oh, hey.
Do I still have my equipment that was like strapped to me?
You had the stuff you were wearing except for your pack.
Thank God.
The
Okay.
stuff that was on your belt and such are still there.
And these are the big ropes from the mast that are wrapped around Spring.
Yes, they are.
So I draw my
Which is
rapier.
why you felt like you would be blendered if you let go.
Yeah. And I say the word. Fuck, was it Soulfire? I think it's Soulfire.
It is. Which is why I have Soul Stick.
Yeah, and so the rapier lights up with fire, and I'm gonna use it to hack through the ropes. I'm gonna try.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ken will stand there and be like, "Oh, be careful.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing great. This was a really unfortunate. Nobody could have.
Thanks for the bardic inspiration there, Ken.
Thanks.
Nobody could have.
Thanks.
Roll an attack.
Jeez, okay. Oh, are you shitting me?
Okay, so you don't have to roll these out. You do eventually cut through the rope. You're not in danger at the moment.
Okay. I'll saw Spring through.
Once they're freed, Ken will start casting prestidigitation to clean us off.
Okay.
Great.
It's
Thanks.
really, really important stuff. We're covered in salt water. You don't want to be covered in salt water.
Yeah, it
Sure.
does sting and all the massive wounds.
Yeah, you are all very hurt. As that happens, and as you recover on this shipwreck, and the other three are pushing a boat toward this landmass, where you all reunite, hopefully, is where we will pick up next time.
Oh boy.
That went differently than I thought.
That went
Yep, a little bit.
as bad as it could have.
We're gonna get a reputation as the Mariguard team that fucking.
Fucks
Every
it up.
time someone signs us onto
First-
a contract, they
first.
die horrible deaths.
Hey,
Yes, gonna
hey,
be rough.
Archie is still alive. He's on the
Archie
diggy.
is still alive.
Jesus, you got your
Why
ass
is that
beat.
disappointing you? Yes, they did. So,
That was epic, you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it really was.
My first Leviathan!
I lost my health potion that I bought.
Echo, do I have Soul Stick? It was in a sheath on my belt.
then yes.
Oh, my most valued possession.
So typically you wear health potions
Oh.
on your belt. You don't keep them in your bag.
For quick access.
That makes sense.
You
That's why we
can
should
argue
use
it was in your
bonus
pack if you
action.
want to, but
I mean, no, I'm okay.
I figured.
I'll take them.
Okay. So now that we come to the end of the session, as always, we do a player vote for inspiration.
I'm glad I
Yes.
didn't randomly buy a toboggan or something.
That would have been. I mean, I didn't know
I
you would roll the Leviathan. That'd be very funny. If you didn't
Who
have
rolled the
Leviathan.
Leviathan?
This is scripted. It's on rails.
I think that
Who
was
rolled
me.
the Leviathan? Whoever rolled that D8. And then the D4.
Then was it you, Pen?
That was you,
Yeah,
Pen.
with Pen.
Was it you?
It was.
I rolled a Leviathan?
So of course she was the one who's like, who did that?
I always do that.
Is hoist upon her own petard.
It's
I
my
say the
favorite thing
thing-
about you, to be honest.
I say the thing and it's always like I end up doing it or it's my fault in the end. Shut.
So, alphabetically, we're going to start at the top. Brinch. Who did something
Yes.
you liked?
Hellfrog.
Oh.
I do not know what's going on between Doll and Ken, but It was
There's
good
something.
acting. Yeah,
There's
Fine.
something there.
something
It's
there.
daddy issues, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not my
Sylvie.
dad, Ken.
I love that Sylvie's like trying to figure out what it is, and she's like, "What the fuck are you talking
Did your
about?"
dad?
Even if they're not like actually like father and son, like that's like the dad, that left him. Like I'm putting these pieces together.
Right. I mean, the
Very
number
good,
of
Ted,
wild
very
questions you asked put you in second for my book.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Well, alphabetically, Jem, Meg, you're next.
Sylvie, I'm sorry. The whole line of questioning cracked me up. I'm not racist, but it's really funny.
Oh my god.
I'm not. That's not racist, right?
Oh boy. Hellfrog.
I'm giving it to Hard K for protecting his lair when the coconut fell on it. That really just tickled me. I learned a lot about him in that moment.
Okay. Sylvie. Pen.
I'm gonna give it to Spring for snapping at Sylvie, because you took the words right out of my mouth. I was like, shit. Like, but they've had banter before, but like Spring has never been like that hostile in a
She hit a
conversation.
nerve. She hit a nerve.
Yeah, yeah. So Sylvie was like, "Fuck, what? All right, okay." And I like had no response to that. It was great. I loved it.
All right. M.
Spring is a bitch.
Rich.
I mean, dude, I gotta give it to Meg. Like I have known this I have played with you and known this character for one session, and I feel like I know so much about him, but you have also managed to give so little actually away. So like what a huge difficulty to do in roleplay that you like managed so easily. I'm so excited for this character. I'm so excited for you. I really liked how he chose to introduce himself as the Lost Prince to sort of like
Interesting.
build whatever mystery that was. Like Spring totally like fell for
Roll the
that,
dice
but
right
also
there.
was like, what are you doing? Like it was A plus. Just like what a way to introduce yourself to a party. Great job.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's really good.
Last but certainly not least, Sal.
God damn it. It's totally predictable that I struggle with this because I struggle with this every fucking week, trying to figure out. But I am going to also say Meg for the crossbow shot with
Holding on with your
she had to-
legs.
that she had to roll the persuasion check for to persuade the DM. That was epic shit on the side of the boat.
What a
So
deeply cool moment.
Okay. Then, with 3 votes, Meg, you walk away with the player's voted inspiration. Also,
Yay.
welcome to my table. I'm very pleased to have you here. I look forward to seeing where this character goes. I love playing this particular campaign with you guys. I have a lot of fun every time. To those of you who are at home and watching, we love you. Hi, Pen.
Hi, Pen.
It's always Pen. I didn't expect this session to go quite so catastrophically.
That's
Um,
No,
amazing.
we're bad at this. We're
But-
bad mercenaries.
It's great.
We are so bad. Oh my
We have
god.
bad luck. We're not bad. We just have bad luck.
We
Like,
do.
literally millions of golds worth of like Banasite.
In this case,
the-
Inside the stomach of the Leviathan.
in this case, I mean, I had another map basically of the same beach that doesn't have a shipwreck on it, because I didn't know it was going to go that way. Whoops. I'm so excited to see how this plays out now. It's going to be a lot of fun,
Yes.
and I will see
I
you
think
guys.
That
fucking
job is
kill us.
scrapped.
I also have to give it to Hard K because help me. Oh, I'm sorry. End your recording. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And that's the end of it.